Hello, baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Omer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail, and we're still here, on this, gigantic ship. Well, I guess it's not that gigantic, but it's still pretty big, you know what I mean? Bigger than my ship, which is no ship. So, we're going to be... Oh, this is a really cool setup here as well, right? The floating instruments, too. It definitely feels very dreamlike. We're gonna go back and talk with Oti. And Oti, as a character, has been so... Wow, this negotiation room is, like, very close to, like, the rest area. But I guess it's, like, so big that, like, you wouldn't even, like, hear anything, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, very interested to see how these negotiations are gonna go. He's just sitting here, by the way. So if I walk by, is that a power move? Where are you going? I'm going to get some cakes at the bar. I'm just saying, yeah, it's all about power negotiations, guys. It's all about negotiations, you know? You have to have the power in the situation.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Alfalfa. Let's continue our discussion.
Figured out something already, Miss Jade? But where is Miss Topaz?
Topaz has something else to take care of. You'll be seeing her later. Talks can still continue between the two of us.
Okay. And honestly, though, like his chuckle makes me feel so, like, icky. Just because, like, you know he's doing, like, underhanded stuff, and, like, it's, like, this jolly demeanor he gives off just makes it... Like, again, if he was, like, a really, like, good dude, it's, like, that jolly demeanor is, like, oh my god, he's lovely, you know? But because he's, like, having this, like, jolly, hearty laugh while also doing this, like, underhanded stuff, it's, like, oh, man, it makes it, like... It makes you feel, like, really icky when he laughs, you know?
Is it just me, miss? Your tone sounds very different now.
Does it?
I need to set a good example for my junior. It's not a good habit to be too loose-lipped during negotiations, right?
Okay. Oh my god, the smile afterwards as well.
Now we can speak frankly and openly. Do you believe what I said, Oti? You're not the only merchant who has seen the changes in the cosmic market over the past 10 Amber eras.
Interesting. Now that's interesting. Good. It's good to be straightforward. Openness and transparency are my things.
Legitimately not.
So, tell me, what's your next move?
You are literally part of the family. It's actually the opposite of what your whole deal is, honestly.
Unfortunately, I'd like to speak the harsh truth before laying out my plan. Let's cut to the chase. First, your plan won't work.
Okay.
Penacony has no way of sidestepping the IPC and going public.
So she knows this for sure?
Second, you can't stop the IPC from entering Penacony. We've got all the time and connections in the world to find a way in. We'll keep tearing down and rebuilding this place until the Asdana system gets used to the IPC's ways again.
This is so rough because it's like, I don't want Penacony in the hands of the IPC or the family at all. Like, I'm just like, it's literally just like, you know, whoever wins, we all lose type of situation.
Now, I'm repeating your words exactly. If you don't want to be a laughingstock and have everyone gunning for you at the official conference, you'd better drop your little pie-in-the-sky plan.
Oh, interesting.
His laugh makes you feel so uncomfortable.
Indeed.
So uncomfortable.
You surely have a way with words. Now, I'm curious to know what you have up your sleeve.
Same.
Mr. Alfalfa, let's not forget that the IPC controls the biggest interstellar publicity platform.
Oh.
More than half the news networks in the universe take their orders from
Okay,
us.
so this is too real. This happens in real life too, right? This does, where, like, you know, a shady company can control the media in such ways. If you ever notice why sometimes, like, you know, there's, like, reports that come out where it's like, this person did this, and just randomly happens when they're, like, at the, like, something good is happening for them. It's usually because they're paid off. This is horrible. The IPC controlling the biggest publicity platform, which makes sense because we know they are very, like, you know, forward about propaganda, you know?
The moment news spreads about Penacony going public, trillions of customers will immediately receive a message like this.
Oh my god, what is it gonna be?
The family's protection for Penacony has expired. Any mishaps in the dreamscape could result in permanent brain.
So she's like, we're just going full public on this. Like, fully.
care to guess how many ways we have to turn alfalfa credits into worthless junk within a measly 24 system
Jesus
hours?
Christ.
With the entire cosmos keeping a close eye on Penacony, I assure you, it won't be too hard.
What's crazy about this is like, you know, you can't like what? You can't sue a sewer for defamation because like, what, you're gonna sue the IPC for like, technically like, you know, like, then it goes into this thing where like they'll be able to like get as much information as possible about this like, you know, quote unquote, again, death in Penacony, quote unquote. And then like they'll be able to release it to the public as well. Like, what the hell? Like again, it's one of those things where like this tactic is insane in terms of like how like forward it is and how like you know, I don't know what the word I'm using. I was gonna say hardcore, but it's more just like a case of just like biting back in a very extreme way. But I think that would work, and especially like, you know, if you, even if it's, say if it wasn't true all the stuff you read in the paper, there is like a study done like that, like no matter what, say if like you wrote in the paper like, oh, OT kills, you know, innocent people all the time. Even if that turns out not to be true, still there's going to be like 80% of people who saw that headline and forever think that. You know what I mean? So like whatever the media is saying in this sense here could just be the truth to a lot of people as well, regardless of what like damage control Penacony does and the family does.
You really think you can pull that off?
Oh, where's the laugh? The laugh is gone. Chuckles Miss Chuckleworth is gone.
Even from Pier Point, as distant as it may be, I'm more than capable of keeping you on a tight leash.
Oh my god. And this is like the IPC's power, right? This is like, again, they're not ones to be like, you know, feeling like they have a lack of control in situations. They're the opposite. They like to have control in situations.
However, if you agree to give up that half-baked plan to go public, the IPC will assure you that will never jeopardize the interests of the family heads under your leadership.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Because again, last episode we literally were like, yeah, he did a smart move, you know what I mean? Going public, it like, you know, make sure that everything has to be done in front of everybody. You know, the IPC's dealings are going to have to be done in front of everybody. And now it's like changed completely where like it's on its head where it's like, well, okay, you can go public, but then like we're going public with like this news report.
After all, we also need allies here in Asdana. The IPC can assist Penacony with financing, starting by acquiring 30% equity shares. With our financial support, stabilizing and rebuilding Penacony will be a piece of cake.
30% is a large portion. A very large portion. Yeah, this is like not a good scenario though for people. You know what I mean? Again, the family of the IPC owning Penacony is not a good thing.
30% equity, you say? Who can guarantee you won't want more?
That's what I was thinking, like, you know, because it's 28 from 50, 28 from part owners.
That's the brilliant part of it all. The answer is simple. No one. There are no guarantees. It all hinges on self-awareness and mutual respect.
Respect.
However, the board of directors will consider the interests of the family heads to some extent.
Oh my god. The word the way they two of these guys throw words around, by the way, like the word respect here, and then like at this, oh no, it's a different conversation, I guess. But at the start, he talks about like, oh, like I'm all about being straightforward. They don't know the meaning of these words. they, you know, it's all down to like business. They only know it in the context of like business, you know? Because in their actual like lives, they're not straightforward. In their actual lives, they don't show respect. Like, it's crazy how, like, you know, I think it's not crazy because, again, there are people like this, again, in real life. And that's why Honkai is so good at this stuff, is that they mimic, like, a lot of stuff that happens in real life, where it's like, we have to build a relationship on respect, but only in terms of business, you know? We have to be straightforward, but only in terms of our business. But even at that, I don't believe Odie is totally straightforward. It's crazy. They don't know the meaning of these words.
You're a smart merchant, old Odie. Isn't the whole purpose of this elaborate game to showcase your business acumen and seek more benefits for the family?
Oh, so she thinks it's all like him just trying to, like, you know, show that he's capable.
It benefits us if we both take a step back. And if that's not enough for you, I'm pretty sure that another goal of making Penacony go public is to expand the influence of the Planet of Festivities and attract more customers.
Right, she's gonna say she can do this?
I understand your concern. And I have a solution for that, too.
Yeah?
Fine. Now I see your sincerity.
Again, you don't know the meaning of these
As
words.
the head of the Alfalfa family, I don't think I have any reason to refuse your offer.
This is crazy because it's so well done. It's so well done. Because again, even like I see your sincerity, right? Like he doesn't mean that. Like there's no sincerity like within their bodies. It's just not there. Now I know that's like, you know, a blanket statement. Like I'm not saying that there isn't sincerity like in parts of their life as well. But I'm saying like these words, respect, straightforwardness, sincerity, like they're all just like buzzwords they're using these conversation in this like business in this business wise. And like it is like again one of those things where like we see that all the time with like CEOs and business owners when they have to like make statements. They use these type of words: sincerity, straightforwardness, respect. It's like you're not using these words in the proper. Well, in terms of business, you might be, but like you're not using them in the proper context in terms of like, you know, actual respect, actual sincerity.
However, as their chosen one, I still need one final answer.
You think you're the chosen one? You think you're the chosen one?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
When I was a child, I heard the adults recite the tale of the ancient Ember Era, about the ascension of Shipe, the Harmony, and the downfall of Enna, the Order.
We heard some stuff about this too, right?
The Order
absorption.
and the Preservation used to be close in ancient times. So, why does the IPC, as a follower of the Amber Lord, seek collaboration with the family instead of aligning with the Order?
The Order and the Preservation used to be close in ancient times. Okay.
The answer is simpler than you think. It's all about credits. Everyone's favorite thing and the universally recognized currency among the stars. The IPC has the power to perpetually ensure their value.
And this is the thing, it's like, I don't think the IPC, to me, follow like aeons in the way that other people follow aeons. I think they see God as money. You know what I mean? I think that's what they see as their God. They're slaves to their own, instead of slaves to a God, they're slaves to money.
With each new world integrated into the credit system, the IPC adds another building block to its cause.
Jesus.
Eventually, all exchanges, capital, and businesses will operate within a unified monetary system.
It is not good whatsoever for the IPC to be one of the controlling factors in like wealth and in economy within this world, I'm telling you.
By then, all planetary developments will be recorded in accounts with well-defined values and the ability for exchange and circulation. And the heart of everything will be Klepoth's credit.
Jesus Christ, man.
And then the IPC will be able to exert influence over
Yes,
everything.
yes.
Our intention is to establish enduring preservation.
Oh, I bet.
I'm sure you can understand.
Oh, I totally bet. Only good morals here. Only good morals, right?
This universe doesn't need two types of order.
So she's saying that like the order that they want is the order to do with money, the order to do with monetary, like with compliance and having everyone on the books and having like, you know, everyone as part of a shared economy. What's so crazy about this as well is that like this goes back to what happened on Belobog and what happened in Topaz's homeworld as well, where it's one of those things where like, oh, we saved you, but you should join our like whole like business. And again, I even said it back then as well, like it was never like out of the goodness of their heart. This was always to establish like a separate economy where they could like control as much planets as possible. You know, there was never like this thing where it's like, oh my God, they're so good, they saved Topaz. You know what I mean? Like, again, that was never like a gift. It was an exchange. It's like, you all work for us, your economy is ours, and then you'll be saved. You know? Crazy stuff. Honestly, crazy way of doing this.
Well said. Now you've convinced
And you know
me.
what Odie gets to do now as well? Odie gets to seem like he debated. Odie gets to seem like he fought for the family, and he's going to be seen still as a good businessman, while also at the same time too, he just like basically like gave up like his whole plan, you know? But now he's going to seem like, oh, well, I was just being a shrewd businessman. It just makes sense, you know?
All right. Tell me your solution. Let's see if we're thinking the same
It's
thing.
so well done. This is so well done. It really is. It's so well done in the way they've done this conversation. I'm so impressed.
Then let's continue our conversation. Please, Topaz, invite Sweet Dew to join us at the table.
Sweet Dew? Wait. Himiko?
Thank you for your presence, Miss Himiko.
What's Himiko's... Why is Himiko here?
Please allow me to introduce her to you, Mr. Alfalfa. This is Miss Himiko from the Astral Express, one of the future shareholders of Penacony.
What? Wait, why? Well, I know she's like one of the most trusted individuals, like literally, like galaxy-wide. Like we know this. She's like cosmos-wide. She is one of the most respected individuals in general. But like, a shareholder in Penacony? What?
I've heard so much about you, Mr. Alfalfa. It's an honor to meet you as representative of the Astral Express.
How's this gonna work?
This stunning lady is the navigator of the Astral Express. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's not a pleasure to meet you.
I believe everyone here is familiar with the general contents of the proposal. After this round of financing, the IPC is expected to hold 30% of Penacony's shares.
How much does Himiko hold?
Then, the IPC will transfer 5%
What?
of that stake to the Astral Express and recommend Miss Himiko as an independent director to honor the sacrifices and contributions made by the former Nameless to the land of the
What does the
trees.
IPC benefit from this? Is it just having like an extra percentage stake? But like, Himiko's not just gonna like, do whatever the IPC wants, obviously, with that extra stake.
While this decision isn't finalized yet, we are honored that everyone here recognizes the way of the trail.
Okay, so she hasn't accepted this yet.
While the Nameless didn't embark on their journeys for fame or fortune, if this is the wish of both the family and the IPC, I will
Interesting.
represent the Astral Express and fulfill my duty as a member of the board of directors.
Do you think that this is because, again, the Astral Express, and again, this is one of those things that like I find so interesting about the Astral Express as well. Like it makes them like feel very like real as well. Is that they're always trying to keep everyone happy as much as possible. You know what I mean? They acknowledge that the Xian show has some horrible elements to it. They acknowledge that like the IPC does some horrible things. They acknowledge that the family's done horrible things, but their whole thing works better for their trailblazing if they have as much friends as possible, and if they like keep everyone as on good side as possible until they're not, if that makes sense. Like they will eventually fight back if they have to. So in this case, it's one of those things where like, well, if the IPC wants us, the IPC's a valuable ally. They've said this in the past. The family would be a valuable ally as well in the future. I guess we'll take 5% stake.
The entire crew has agreed to assist in the reconstruction of Penacony.
For real?
Beyond that, in our future travels, we are committed to bringing the beautiful dreams of the planet of festivities to more worlds.
Again, I'm not surprised that it was shocking at first, but now when I think about it, like it does make sense that the Astro Express, like again, not just on the percentage, but like would accept this, I guess, because it is like one of those things where it's like you get to keep a close eye on everything that's happening here. If anything turns up, like you have a percentage stake and you have a say in what's happening here as well. Like, I don't know, like it feels like it does make sense in that sense too. And again, the idea of assisting in the reconstruction of Penacony is not like a terrible thing. Like, you know what I mean? Penacony also needs to be safe and secure for the people here because what happened here was horrible.
Of course, all cooperation is based on one premise.
Which is?
The path of harmony in Penacony must not be distorted again. And such a tragedy must never recur.
Yes. Okay, yes. And this is perfect, right? Again, keeping a close eye on things, right? It's like I will accept this deal. I'll accept this deal if we make sure that this doesn't happen again. This is a prevention method to make sure that this never happens again. And she looks right at Odie as she says this as well. She's not silly enough to think that Odie had nothing to do with all this stuff either. You know what I mean? Like she's not silly like that. This is really, really interesting. A really interesting scene. I really adore Himiko like showing up in this moment. I really think it's an awesome curveball, I guess. But yeah, like that totally does make sense. It's the idea that if Himiko would like take 5% of the and this is me just like speculating because I'm not into business, but like if you take 5% of a business, then you get like, you're in on the inside then. Regardless of how little percentage you have in this in terms of being on the board of directors, you are invited to the meetings. You have a say in those meetings. You have a vote. And now, at the very least, if there's a vote going on as well, you have 35% of like a vote, at least if they work together with the IPC, which again, they've also already said they think the IPC is like a valuable ally as well. But it makes perfect sense that in a sense, like with the Trailblazers who are always trying to like, you know, not only just carve the path forward, but also like, you know, make sure everyone is safe and sound, you know, doing their duty to help people out as well. Preventing the family from just regrouping and doing this similar thing that they did before is really important. Because again, they, as we said last time, Sunday did a bad thing, right? But he's not the boogeyman in the same way that the family is the boogeyman to me. And like this idea that like once Sunday is gone and he's like getting punished for what's happening, the idea that all of a sudden the family is going to be like, oh, we're all good now, everything's good, is just a lie. So Himiko being able to keep an eye on things and prevent things from happening again, I'm for it. I'm all for it. I'm all for being there, 100%. Yeah, and the thing is like one thing that you know, like for me personally, like, you know, as like a human, I'd be sitting here kind of saying like, I don't want the IPC to have like dealings with Himiko or the Astral Express. Like I don't want to be involved with the IPC morally, right? That's what we'd say. But the thing is as well, like the morals of the Astral Express are, while I think they're amazing people and they are like incredible and they do what's right all the time as well, they make no bones about it that like they understand the value of a relationship with the biggest media conglomerate and the biggest, you know, money, the controllers of the economy basically, and not becoming enemies of the IPC, and also at the same time too having the benefit of like making sure the family doesn't step out of line again. I don't know, like I feel like it's one of those things where like, while again I would never deal with the IPC and never work with the IPC, the Astral Express has explained many times while they won't be bought off and they won't ever like, you know, be like a part of the IPC and they won't ever be told what to do by the IPC. They obviously, Himiko obviously sees the benefit of trying to stop the family from doing that distortion stuff again. At least that's my perspective anyway. We'll probably talk more as well to go over the meeting with Topaz. Very interesting stuff. Like, I think it was really well done. I think that what they did there at the scene as well with Oti and Jade was so good too, because like you're watching as an outsider going like, oh my god, there is like a lack of sincerity amongst like every single word they're saying, every single chuckle they have, every single laugh they have makes me legitimately just go like, oh my god, they're like, it's whoever wins everyone loses type of deal. You know, they had Odie as a character kind of like be very, you know, jaunty and like, yes, of course, Jade. And then as soon as things stopped going in his favor and he realized this, like his voice changed. He didn't chuckle as much. Like really good acting as well, honestly. I'm impressed, really impressed by that stuff. But then again, it's like Honkai Star Rail always does like amazing conversations, always. This is a really nice room, holy hell. Really nice room. Hello, Topaz.
Old OT is in agreement, so the issue is settled, I presume. What about the remaining family
I think we should execute them.
They will soon realize the situation. When the last question was asked, old Odie represented more than just the Alfalfa family.
The way she says old Odie, oh my god.
When should we schedule the formal negotiations? I'll handle the arrangements.
Wait, this was just pre-negotiations, I forgot.
It's all up to you. I'll step back and let you handle the negotiations and take over.
Okay.
I won't be involved.
But Miss Jade,
Is this your showing her trust in Topaz?
Aventurine initiated this case, and you were his project partner. If that kid hadn't overplayed his hand, I wouldn't have been pushed to the forefront.
Are you bad-mouthing Aventurine right now?
I came here today to help you sort out the toughest issue. I trust you'll be able to wrap things up quite nicely, little Yelena.
Little Yelena. Listen, Jade, right? I'm gonna say this right now about this line. I need to be honest with you, right? If Aventurine hadn't done what he did here in Penacony, you wouldn't even be standing here. You wouldn't even got past the threshold of negotiations. You have so much leverage because of what Aventurine did.
Of course, there won't be any problems. And please, give Diamond my assurance.
I'll give Diamond a problem. That's what I'll do. I'll give Diamond a problem. Set Aventurine free. Let him go.
Don't worry. Diamond has always trusted us. I'll put in a good word for you. and you'll have your P45 position back in no time.
Oh my god, I hate that. It's like, no, don't let her demote you or even say that, like, because Topaz got demoted for being like a better person than most people in the IPC. That's what she got demoted for. That's the essence of the IPC, by the way. She was a good person, made a deal with Balebog, and got demoted. You know what I mean?
Radiant Feldspar. What a fantastic ship. Now that my business is done, it's time for me to indulge in my own little...
What's your hobbies? Tripping up old people and laughing? Like, what are we going to find out about Jade?
Ah, you want to open a Bondage Exchange branch on this ship too?
Bondage?
Opportunities like this don't come around often. Just look at the guests on this ship. They're surely holding a wealth of valuable treasures.
I mean, you can steal from the family. That's none of my business.
Well, I'll take my leave. A pawn shop can't run without a boss. See you
So
around.
she's like opens a pawn shop?
I have one more question for you, Miss Jade.
Go ahead.
That dose of bitter poison. I'm curious as to how you found this information.
I didn't find the information. It came to me. It was from a lady concerned with the future of the Harmony.
Robin?
In return, I've agreed to help her with something, but that's for later. We can deal with it after we leave Penacony.
Who would be concerned of the future of the excuse me, the Harmony? The only one I can think of is Robin.
You see, that's what investment is all about. The seeds of opportunity are already sown. They only need a little bit of nourishment to take root. And then after, all we need to do is wait patiently.
Okay.
Like right now, for example. It's just about time my final guest boarded the ship.
Who? Firefly! We're playing as Firefly? Wait, is Firefly the guest? Do not ever go near Firefly. Ever. Please. Oh, look, there's, the trio. Oh my god, they're all together on this chest. Do we get to go talk to them?
Sneaking in was way easier than I thought. The family's security is as lax as ever.
Tear it down the whole ship, Firefly.
So, this is the Radiant Feldspar. So luxurious.
Boop.
A pawn shop that grants wishes. Is there really a place like that on the ship?
So that's interesting. That's what, she was talking about, a pawn shop area with Jade as well, right?
I'll find out for myself.
Oh my
if the rumors are
God.
true or not.
This is so fun. Like, I loved all the different perspective changes. I think it works so well in this too. Ask about the location of the Bondage Exchange. So we might be the final guest then. Yeah. Don't let Jade ever, like, you know, say anything bad to you or ever, like, try to, like, negotiate with you. Just say no all the time. Yeah, like, so my feelings on Jade and my feelings on OT are pretty much that, like, I understand that, like, right now, you know, Jade is an incredible force of negotiation and tactical, I guess tactical conversations. Like, she's obviously very impressive in terms of, like, what she's able to do when it comes to this type of stuff and, like, how she was able to turn that whole thing around, because it really felt like the family had, like, an upper hand there, and she just turned everything around. Turned absolutely everything around. But, like, I think my whole issue with the IPC always stays the same, which is, like, again, I love Aventurine. I really appreciate Topaz. You know what I mean? I think that they're such unique characters. And honestly, like, I'm going to say this as well. I think that Topaz and Aventurine are bigger victims of the IPC than, like, a lot of people who actually, like, you know, are targeted, quote-unquote, by the IPC in some ways. Because I really feel like, again, like, how Topaz joined the IPC was very underhanded and horrible. How Aventurine joined the IPC was underhanded and horrible. And I feel like even, like, you know, when it comes to any acquisitions the IPC does, like, right now they're trying to, like, you know, basically monopolize the whole entire cosmos to put everything under one banner. Which, again, is immoral, is not right. You need, like, a world without competition and a world without, like, a safety net and a second place to go to. It means that a lot of people are going to be in big trouble. like I don't, and here's the thing as well, like I don't care if like, you know, because the one thing that people might say in return is like, well, it's just business, and I don't like really like adhere to that answer when it's just like, oh, it's just business. It's like, yeah, because I still am gonna like always go with like what I think is morally right, and I don't see like Jade and Diamond as morally right characters, to be honest. I see them as interesting characters. Like Jade is an unbelievably interesting character, but I don't see her like as this like, you know, morally justified character. Even in that conversation there, like there was a lot of like self-benefit there as well, you know what I mean? Of course there was IPC benefit too at the same time also. Yeah, that's the way I see it anyway. And OT, like you're never gonna find me, you'll never find me ever again, you know, looking at the family in any positive light, really. And people might say, well, okay, if you don't look at the family in a positive light, will you look at Sunday in a positive light? And the answer will be, yes, 100%, that I will 100% be rooting for the idea of a Sunday redemption and a Sunday Sunday and Robin being happy in the end, because they are two people who are once again victims of the family. I will say this as well, like the emotional manipulation that was done upon Sunday to the point that there was like legitimately trying to push him in one direction. And again, yeah, in the end, like he went against Gopherwood, but it still was like Gopherwood's influence that led him down that path in the first place, in my opinion. So yeah, it is a little bit different. It is a little bit different to me. Let's go and ask about the Bondage Exchange. Is this where we go? Investigate? Kind of take... Oh, it's around the other way. Okay. Kind of take the lift in the current state. Oh, by the way, we're playing as Firefly, so... Huh? Oh my god, what? That is insane for a move. What happens if the circle gets full? Is it just gonna... it will do it anyway? That's insane. That is an insane move. Really is. Look at this here now. Oh. Wait. It's so interesting that Robin's like here now to me.
Is that her?
Oh, come on. Oh my god, the reunion.
Vanished in the blink of an eye. So the Astral Express is here too.
I mean, Himiko's here, so it makes sense that Stella will be here too, right? But why is she running away?
By the way, there's one more thing.
Always good to see Robin.
Mr. Alfalfa and I discussed it. I'll present a gift to the Astral Express on behalf of the family as a token of gratitude for the Nameless's contributions to Penacony.
Okay.
Please help me with the necessary arrangements.
I mean, it's so interesting, Robin, like, you just going back right into, like, working with the family, and I guess it is a situation where she feels like maybe she has more benefit, like, helping out on the inside in some way, I guess?
Right away, Miss Robin.
Can I ask you something?
Oh, greetings, miss. Is there anything I can help you with?
Do you know how to get to the pawn shop?
Pawn shop. Ah, you must be talking about Lady Bonajade's place, right? I heard she offers special services there. I've marked the pawn shop's location on your device. Please feel free to check it out.
Thank you so much.
Lady Bonajade. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Was it from Silverwolf?
Of course we're gonna do it, right? There's no way in hell I wouldn't try to find Stell. I mean, not just Stell, but like... I mean, it's the Trailblazer, right? Oh my god, wait! Is Stell just having conversations about this game over here?
If I win, your chest is mine.
What?
Who said I was betting with you?
I did.
Stell?
They are still a ball of fire as ever.
Stell betting over here?
Sorry, but I've got to find Lady Bonajade first.
No, F Jade. Reunion, 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 reunion. Let's go.
It's not the best time to do that. Sorry, but I've got to find Lady Bonajade first.
Okay, fair enough. What's so cute about this is that like Stell is literally the character that gave like Firefly such like an inspiration to like move forward with her life, and to find that, like, I guess, like, to try and be herself more often as well. And like it's so cool as well with the relationship also is that like she desperately wanted to meet Stell as herself, right? And again, we did talk to her afterwards, like, as herself in that other part of the world as well. But like, it is such a big thing with Firefly's story, which is like, I want to be myself around Stell. Stell is such an important character to her. Such an inspiration to her, it feels like, as well. We're heading down here, are we? This is a very interesting section of the game, honestly. Oh, she's gonna be here. Man, I can't wait for the Stell and Firefly reunion again. Oh my god, after everything that's happened, you know? After everything that's gone down.
What services do you require?
Don't know why I went around the couch that way. Huh. Well, if it is a Jade, I don't know what this conversation is going to be about. It's going to be very interesting. Again, two really interesting characters.
Welcome to Bondage Exchange, Radiant Feldspar branch. How should I address you, dear lady?
Just call me Samuel.
Samuel?
Samuel. Nice name. So what do you need, Miss Samuel? And what are you willing to give up in return?
To note as well, can I say before this goes any further, this whole thing of this like exchange thing before we do this, because it's very interesting what they're doing here. After watching like the Firefly trailers, what's very clear about as well with Firefly and her admiration for Stell is that Stell is, you know, a trailblazer, someone who moves forward and someone who like is very much herself and unapologetically moving forward with their life and setting a path, a blaze towards the future. Firefly comes from a part of her life where, you know, being an individual was literally like forbidden, basically. It was basically like something that like you're not supposed to be an individual. You are created for this one purpose. The one person that she saw like as like an individual, like it convinced her as well, influenced her as well. You know, the person who was wearing the red glasses, as we saw in the trailer too. Like, so Stell being like this really important figure, to me it's like like the first character. Obviously, I want to make it clear as well, like, she loves the people in the Stellar Hunters are her family. They are her found family, 100%. But I feel like Stell is such a big influence on her because she's a character, like, because it's like an outside influence of a character, you know, being so unapologetically, not even following, like, not even worrying about the script, not talking about the script, not like, you know, following the orders of Elio, moving forward with her own life. It was, like, a really big deal for Firefly. I feel like now with that extra context, it's even a bigger deal. Because the Stellar Hunters care so much about Firefly. They really freaking do. But obviously, like, I do think that we all agree with that. Like, sometimes outside influences are really important when it comes to, like, you know, finding out who you are.
I want to keep on living. And for that, I'm willing to give up everything I have.
What does that mean?
Everything you have.
What does this mean?
That's right. Everything.
What? Firefly?
Miss Samuel, I think you'd best turn around. It seems you're not quite familiar with the term pawn.
I think you better hear my girl Firefly out, okay?
What do you mean?
I mean it literally. I sense your burning desire to live, but unfortunately, you don't have anything of equal value to offer.
I don't care. Give her a life. Let her live her life. Don't even ever say anything bad to Firefly.
Okay. A pawn shop that grants wishes. I see. It's just a marketing gimmick.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite a harsh accusation. I understand you may not fully comprehend what I mean.
Oh, so condescending.
But don't worry. I'll help you understand.
So condescending.
Go and talk to these people. They're all customers of my pawn shop. See for yourself if their wishes have come true. Once you've done that, come back to me. I'll help you understand the true meaning of pawn and make you realize what you're missing.
It's so, like, equal parts beautiful and sad that, like, Firefly, you know, is like, I like trying to find a way to, like, keep being herself. You know what I mean? Which, again, like, that's, you know, a major part of her story. Big part of her story. And I want her to have her life, too.
Feels more like a money lender rather than the owner of a
Oh, she's
pawn
very...
shop.
Oh, still...
Well, I've got nothing better to do anyway. I'll do as she says and see what happens.
Check the latest status of Lady Bonajade's customers. Yeah, Firefly's story is like the essence of Penacony, right? That idea of freedom, that idea of, like, you know, being able to spread your wings and fly by yourself as well. And, like, it's always, like, such a, like... When I think about it, it hurts, right? Because I want so desperately for her to be okay and for her to be happy. Can we talk to Stell now?
Which one should I pop?
Oh my god, Stell.
1, 2,
Is she
3,
actually
4,
just...
5.
Is she actually just going up like this? Oh, Don Hug's with her as well.
Don Hung and Void Ranger jive.
What?
Don't change the words.
No, it's not the best time to do
Oh
that.
my god, we could have had it in a
Sorry.
reunion.
I'll catch up with you later.
I do love that, like, a big part of this is just her seeing Stell being mad and, like, rabid and, like, a little goblin. And her going, that's Stell, you know? And then being like, I'll meet up with you later. But we need to have the reunion, I'm telling you. Is March around here too, I wonder? Well, we know she is around here, but yeah. I do love that, like, with Himiko, like, and Welt doing stuff separately, that Stell, Dan Hong, and March, like, going around as, like, the kids of the family. Like, just doing random side quests. Stacy, what's going on?
You stupid little girl.
Jesus.
Coming back to lose more money, huh?
Okay.
Enough talk. Let's get started. This will be our final game. I'm betting my entire fortune.
Oh, a big talker, huh? All right, let's see what you've got.
Wait, they're actually showcasing a game here? Oh my god, is it like Candy Crush? Original Bird Clash is a match a tree battling game where you have to match the clear fruits within a certain number of moves and increase the Origami Bird's combat power. At the end of the turn, the system will calculate damage based on the combat power difference. If the opponent's HP is reduced to 0, you win. Select the fruit to swap and match 2 identical fruits. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Clear fruits increase the bird's combat power. Each cycle has a limited number of moves, and the cycle ends upon running out of moves. Please do your best to boost the bird's combat power. Yeah, I never was really interested in these type of games. It was never something I like cared too much about, honestly. Like it's never something that I ever like sought out. But I know like a lot of people like are very interested in this stuff and do like this stuff. Like it's a way to pass the time for a lot of people, right? For sure. Why isn't that swapping? I guess we just can't do that. Let's go with this then. Let's go with this. Turn ends, we got 18. You got 15. I guess we won that one. Oh my god, they have a little animation for it as well. Okay. Oh, do you want to take back what you said at the start?
I won? I actually won!
Yeah. I bet you feel silly now.
This can't be. You lost to me 10 times in a row. How could I possibly lose to you at such a crucial moment?
Oh, don't worry, little boy. Don't worry, man. Little boy, it's okay.
It's true. Lady Jade has truly blessed me.
Wait, so how do these blessings work? Is it actually magic?
Finally, my luck has turned for the better. Great new era for Stacy. The master gambler has arrived.
Maybe you should just quit gambling. That might be the best luck you could ever have, you know? Possibly, you know, I'm just saying, no judgment. You know what I mean? I get it. It's not about a judgment thing. It's about like, you know, it's very dangerous. You're probably going to lose out on like a lot of money in the long run. But I guess like if this magic thing actually works, maybe not. Maybe it's actually going to work out for you in the end. Who knows? Is there more Stell around here as well? I'm trying to look out for any more like moments with Stell as well because they're very, very sweet so far. They're very funny. Like Don Hong babysitting Stell there. So you have to go through here. Yeah, this is all very interesting. I feel like it's just like one of the weirder, it feels like an epilogue, right? It definitely feels like an epilogue. But I'm very like okay with like taking my time here as well. And the reason I say it's weird is because like, you know, like we're now going around like trying to like, you know, find something out at a pawn shop. I didn't expect us to be here after everything that happened in Penacony, but taking a bit slow after everything that's happened, not opposed. You know what I mean? Not opposed to it. Things were so high octane at one point.
I've prepared a gift for you, Dorothy. Check this out.
What'd you get her?
Whoa, what a beautiful necklace.
Okay.
Is it made of cymophane? It's stunning. How did you know I love jewelry made of cymophane? It has the same purple hue as the necklace my dad gave my mom.
I've never told anyone about it. How did you find out, Del?
So she's even able to give inspiration on this level to people as well?
Will you go out with me?
I will.
Okay. But this is like, this is a bit weird though, right? The wishes that I get to have like personal information about someone's life so that I can get them the right gift. I don't know.
Really? I mean, really?
Oh my god.
I never said yes before because I thought you had no idea what I liked. This gift made me realize you were actually paying attention all along, trying to learn everything about me. So yes, I will.
Did Jade just give the power from someone to like manipulate this gal? Is that what just happened?
Wonderful. My wishes actually come true.
Is that what happened? Like that he was able to like know what her like wants were and what she actually liked?
So, shall we go, Dorothy? Let's go outside and enjoy the stunning views of the 12 hours.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know, man. That's Jade. We gotta stop that. That's a bit strange, honestly. What his wish came true. What was his wish? He found out about like intimate details about the girl's past, and now they're an item. Oh, so like, kind of like, the girl didn't actually get like much of a say.
Hey, did you see that?
Which obviously didn't get a say, but like obviously I feel like it's a very like manipulative way of doing it. I don't know.
The gray-haired one outside.
Don't look around, just focus on your drink.
So they're talking with Stell?
Seriously, they look like a total
Hey.
lunatic. Is that her?
I'm dying. Just the image of Stell, like, looks like she's trying to catch these birds, while Marge is like concerned. You can see Marge's elbows pointed in, by the way, which means she's probably holding her hand over her heart. Oh my freaking god. This is hilarious. Wait, no, we still can't reunite with them. Wait, can we?
Chirp, chirp.
Stell.
Origami bird. Hey, little birdie.
She's the biggest hero in the world, by the way, Stell, that you forget, so much so that I forgot she was a goblin.
Come on. Calm down already. Everyone's staring at you.
At first I thought March was calling the bird too, but she's actually like trying to get Stell to come down.
No, it's not the best time to do that. Sorry. I'll catch up with you later.
Oh my god, this reunion is gonna be so amazing. It really will be. It really will be so good. But honestly, the fact that again, I'm not like nitpicking or anything like that. I'm just saying like that too. Like it's like I don't know how she could contain herself. Yeah, like legitimately, I know why she's doing this because she has other stuff to do and she won't be able to have a good reunion, right? But like, man, I just spoil it. Like and just be like, oh my god, Stell, But I get why she's doing this. Again, Firefly has had more patience than any other character. It makes sense that she would also be like, okay, I can be patient for another like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, you heard right. I've got him. He's been hiding at the Moment of Soul in Penacony, using a fake identity. And he even posed as a professor at Paperfold Academy. I've made a deal with the family. I'll leave the extradition-related paperwork to you.
So what was this guy's wish?
How'd I find him? Well, let's just say I had some help from an influential figure. Don't ask for the details.
So I wonder if it's not magic, it's just that more of a case that like they're able to like use like their unbelievable connections to find out some stuff about people. But what's happened 3 times in a row here is that it has not in any way benefited. It's benefited one person, but also been a detriment, I think, to like other people as well. Like the other guy was playing the game, the the gal who like had her intimate past about that necklace or being found out. And in this case too, like, he was able to find someone he was looking for, and it doesn't sound like they're friends at all.
22 years. Yeah. 22 years of chasing this guy all over the cosmos. Never thought it'd end up like this. Right here. I'm gonna hang up for now, partner. I need to raise a glass to myself.
Walker hangs his phone and drops the fuel seeped out of his deep metal constructed eye sockets. Those are tears of an Intellitron. So this has been like a big moment for him, like 22 years of trying to find this person, and he's finally found them. Yeah, this is a weird
their wishes
thing.
actually did come true.
Yeah, but
But I just don't understand. How did she do it? And what does pawn really mean? I should go back and ask.
yeah, 110%. I definitely want to find out what this is, because the first time you helped this woman gamble her way to like win, even though like I'm gonna say this right now, that's not a gamble. That game, like, you know, I'm gonna give her cut her some slack, because that type of game like is actually about like just like it's not chance. It's not up to chance. Well, it is kind of, because you could get a bad loadout where there's no three fruits in a row. That's true. That is a gamble. But yeah, there's someone who like benefited from gambling, who like, you know, beat another guy. So it was a detriment to him. There was a Pepeshi who found out like some intimate knowledge about a girl's past, which then made her like him. Which again, you know, why would you want to even start a relationship like that? And then thirdly, there was this where like she helped him find this other person too. So I guess it's one of those things. I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not saying it has to have a benefit for everyone involved. I know that's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying like it's very clear that like you can wish for like a varied amount of things. Finding somebody, winning in a match, you know, finding details about someone's, or like, you know, being a boyfriend to someone. Like it's a very like
No, it's not.
I just want to make sure we can do it. You know what I mean? Like it seems like the wishes are very varied and like aren't just like for monetary gain as well. Love this photos of Robin here as well. It's very weird. I definitely want to know what's happening here and how this works. Let's go. I'm really curious about this. As long as Firefly benefits, I'll be happy. You know what I mean? I would personally make a deal with the devil. Me personally, I wouldn't make Firefly a deal, but I'd personally make a deal with the devil to make Firefly happy. So, so like, that's fine. If they want my soul in real life, you know, Satan, come up from the ground right now, please. I'll take it. Take it.
So you're back, Miss Samuel.
Yeah. I found those people. And it seems their wishes did come true after visiting the Bondage Exchange. But I'm not sure what you want me to see. They all seem to be living fulfilled lives.
Not so fast. This step was just to show you that the Bondage Exchange is genuine. That I had the power to grant their wishes. And now, I'll tell you the price they paid.
Yeah, there's always a catch, isn't there?
Dell was from a wealthy family. He was head over heels for Dorothy and wanted to win her heart. So he made a deal with me. He put up his entire fortune in exchange for a gift that would impress Dorothy.
That's how much you like this gal? I mean, like, again, again, it would be beautiful to like be like give up your entire fortune to like buy a gift for her, but like again, as I'm saying, like you're starting off this relationship acting as if like you know so much about her. It's so manipulative. It's so bad. F Dell.
It was a piece of cake for me, thanks to my IPC connections. However, Dell will soon find himself evicted from the dreamscape.
Jesus!
Because he can't afford his room. Whether he can bounce back from poverty, well, that depends on him.
I think Dell made a really weird decision, a bad decision here, I'll be honest. I think Dell made a very bad decision. I'm not to say like, oh, like, you know, he shouldn't like this gal, but like, to be honest, the better option would be like, if say for a year from now, they grow to like each other, or not even grow to like each other, but they get to know each other more, would have been better. And then if it doesn't work out, it wasn't meant to be. To me, this is like a really, really bad decision on Dell's part. A very silly decision. Because again, it's not even a real connection then, really. You know, she's overwhelmed because you got something that she clearly loved from like, that was sentimental to her. Your relationship starts off with a lie.
Let's just hope that necklace will keep the relationship from...
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's based on the lie of this one trinket. That's all it's based on.
Then there's Stacy, a lady with a gambling addiction. She wanted some serious luck, but she had nothing to offer. So I took something else instead. I took away all her close relationships.
What? How?
From the moment she stepped out of the Bondage Exchange, every casino in the cosmos would remember her name. But her parents and siblings would sever ties with her, and it would be impossible for Stacy to make any real friends again.
That is one of the most immoral exchanges you can make, especially with a freaking gambler. That is horrific. Because I need people to understand that gambling is an addiction. It is an addiction. And in the moment, right? And again, let's say she went to I got rehabilitation and she like got better and she no longer wanted to gamble later on down the line. The first thing she's going to think about is like my family. Oh my God, I can't believe I gave up my family, my friends. But then it's going to be too late. That is horrific. That is horrible.
She will accrue a vast wealth due to her good luck, but she'll never be able to use it for the people who truly matter to her.
I understand, like, you know, I think the people say money doesn't buy happiness are really usually very rich, you know what I mean? But like, legitimately money does like put you in a secure place where you can be happier. Let's just be honest. It is the truth. But like, in this case, it's like the revelation is going to come sooner or later, you know? Or maybe like it's just this thing that like her addiction to gambling is going to be always overshadowing this idea that she needs a family. I don't need a family. I'm winning, you know?
As for Detective Walker,
Horrific.
he spent 2 decades chasing down a wanted criminal for some heinous crime. But he never caught the guy. In his desperation, he came to me. He offered his own memory system as collateral.
Huh?
In due time, his memories as a detective will be erased.
What the
And
hell?
he will completely forget his own identity and all the sacrifices he has
Firefly,
made.
walk out of this room right now, I'm telling you. This is some of the most like immoral crap I've ever heard in my freaking life. Intentionally so, by the way. This is horrific stuff. It's exchanging things with people at their most desperate moments. At their moments of like low points, because I don't know detectives, I don't, but like you see it in other TV shows, like, you know, there's a TV show I love that I'm not gonna say it so I don't spoil anything, but there's a TV show I love where the detective is so obsessed with finding this killer that he legitimately like loses everything around him, and like it's happened enough times in media that I wonder if it is like a true thing that like they become so obsessed with this job. And it's, you know what, it's probably because they stake their reputation on it, their personality on it, their life on it. So they actually aren't able to actually like, how do I say it, like, think about anything else. You're giving up yourself to find this one thing, because again, it's probably going to be the thing where he feels fulfilled now. It's just like the IPC to get people at their most like vulnerable moments and then make an exchange with them. You know, we'll save your life, but we get your planet. We'll save your life, but come work for me. You know what I mean?
Interesting, don't you think? I fulfill people's desires and grant them favors, and soon they come back to me with even greater desires.
Yeah, it's a really, really disgusting business. It really is. And someone could argue, well, Calvin, like, you know, it's their own choice. But like, I think that it's one of those situations where like, you know, no one makes proper decisions when they are not in the right mind. And Jade's fully aware of this. She's not stupid. You know what I mean? She's not stupid. The fact is, like, if someone comes to her and is like, you know, I need to win in this game. I need to be a better gambler, right? Right? The moral decision would be like, no, please get help, please, you know? But obviously Jade knows she can manipulate this. She knows she can take advantage of this. Horrific stuff.
When people see others' desires get fulfilled, they develop their own desires. It seems like an endless cycle, but it does have a goal. In the end, I will get what I desire from this whirlpool.
Yeah, it's because I'm wondering here as well, because like what she got for like in terms of the benefits, like I totally get like taking someone's fortune away from them, because again, that's money for the IPC, but like cutting people's family off, like what does she get from this? What does she get for taking someone's memory away?
And patience happens to be one of my greatest
You're talking
strengths.
to Mrs. Patience right now, actually.
So now, do you understand what you must give up, Miss Samuel? Or should I address you as
Firefly?
AR-26710, a remnant of Glamoth's iron cavalry.
Oh my god, she knows this as well. Oh my god.
I'm not surprised.
Oh my god. Glamoth was a group of like basically test tubed individuals that were all put together in this one place to fight. I don't know if it's just to fight the Swarm, but it was fight for like the Hinds and fight for Glamoth. And we saw like a trailer here as well. I might include in this video as well the trailers themselves.
You are much calmer than I expected. Entropy loss syndrome. Truly an unjust misfortune, isn't it? The higher-ups in Glamoth implemented such a failsafe within the genes of their warriors.
What?
Just to make sure the Republic's most powerful weapons wouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
That is absolutely insane. So it's the reason she had this isn't just something that like happened naturally. This is like a failsafe because she survived that battle with the Swarm. She's, oh my god, it's so that like I'm sorry guys, I'm gobsmacked because again I thought that part was like just a natural thing, but it literally is just a failsafe. Imagine now you see all your comrades dying in that battle with the Swarm. You see death upon a level that you've never seen before. You see the death of individuality amongst everything. And then you're not even able to live afterwards. So I wonder what Firefly wants us to get rid of this failsafe.
As for the price, those iron cavalries weren't exactly seen as regular, independent humans. So there wasn't really a price to be paid.
No, they were seen as less than. Absolutely less than.
However, you are different. You're now a Stellaron hunter, a living being named Firefly. Naturally, you want to continue your existence. But with the firmament front gone, the people who know the secret and can cure the disease are nowhere to be found.
Oh, wow. So, again, we're going to be reading up on all this stuff as well, these terms as well. But, like, because, like, basically, like, what happened was, like, and I think Firefly said this at the end of the trailer as well, like, Glamoth doesn't even exist anymore, basically. Like, and since the people who, like, made them aren't around anymore, it's like, what, like, who's going to be able to cure this? So she definitely wants to cure this.
Are you suggesting that the IPC has a remedy?
Well, there might be a silver lining.
Tell her.
That's all I can say for now.
Again, this is insane. This is an incredible moment, right? Because, again, my heart is sinking right now. Because, obviously, I knew about the Glamoth thing, but I didn't know about the syndrome, the atrophy syndrome, being like a failsafe in there. Like, that's so cruel. And also, as well, this is another thing where, again, it's she sees Firefly at her, like, most down moment and is like, okay, time to strike, time to bite into this. It's so dark.
I see. It's no wonder you said I can't provide anything of equal value. Because nothing I own holds any meaning.
Oh, no, stop that. Oh my god, nothing I hold on has any meaning.
So, you're going to ask me to personally restrain my partners to ensure my own survival?
Wait, what?
Unfortunately, that's not quite the
Was
case.
was she saying this, the Stellar Hunters? Like, I have to, like, you know, capture the Stellar Hunters?
Partners. A nice way to put it.
No.
Now I'm even more curious about the Stellaron hunters. Each of you has your own identity and a special bond.
Yes, they're family.
It's strong and intimate, and yet it allows for independence.
Yes, like, and someone said this so true, because we said it last time that, like, you know, we didn't use the word family, but it's so true. Like, the strongest vision of a family to me in all of Honkai Star Rail so far is the Stellar Hunters and the Astral Express. That's what it is. Oh my freaking god, man. I'm so terrified of what's going to happen here. Or what's going to be asked of her.
Just as the 10 Stonehearts follow Diamond, You
No, it's
follow your
different.
own leader. I wonder what they are like, and if all Stellaron hunters are like you.
Because whilst Firefly follows Elio, and she does have a problem with following the script sometimes as well. Let's not beat around the bush here, like, and be honest, right? Elio, while he is someone who expects everyone to follow the script and follow their plan, 110%. I'm not trying to make Elio out to be like this really gentle soul. Like, right, he obviously wants his plan followed out, and if it's not followed out, he would probably like enact like a way to make them stay on that script, right? 110%. 110%. But, like Jade said herself, here it is. You all have a special bond with each other. It's strong and allows for independence. Yes, they all follow Elio. Yes, they all have to follow a plan and follow a script. But the relationship with Elio to me and the relationship with the Stellaron Hunters is so different than the suffocating view I have of all the 10 Stonehearts. Legitimately. That's my take.
Traveling on the path of finality, but struggling against your destiny. Attempting to move in the opposite direction. I really hope that one day, all of you will come and visit my pawn shop. I'll be waiting patiently for that day.
So, it's interesting that Firefly said, like, oh, you want me to restrain my partners, because maybe that's like Jade wants a variation of that, because here she said, traveling on the path of finality but struggling against your own destiny, you tend to move in the opposite direction. She knows that Firefly is trying to, like, go against the script. She knows that Firefly wants to be herself. But here she said, Firefly responded, you're going to ask me to personally restrain my partners to ensure my own survival. Like, Firefly knows that there's some variation of this that is going to be the answer to this, right?
Can I see this as an invitation? From Diamond to the Stellaron Hunters while keeping the IPC in the dark?
Wait, so she's saying that she sees it as an invitation for all the... She wants all the Stellaron Hunters to visit the Jade, but the IPC aren't going to find out about it?
Consider it more of a personal offer from myself. It doesn't represent the IPC or the strategic investment department.
Okay.
The Stellaron Hunters have interacted with the IPC, but not the 10 Stonehearts. Our paths have never crossed. As for your offer, I can pass it along to my partners. But I have a question.
So she's saying that like at this point it's one of those things where like it's got maybe more difficult because they don't have a relationship with the 10 Stonehearts. But again, like I wonder if the script will come into play with this too. Like if Elio's going to be like, yeah, you can meet up with them because again, you can do what you want on the side, right? You can have your, you can do all that stuff as well. Or maybe this will be part of the script.
You know who I am. And you must know that my partner is keeping an eye on this room.
What?
If she wanted to, she could let the entirety of Purepoint know about it within a few mere seconds.
Are you saying that? Wait, okay. So she probably found out about this from Silverwolf as well. But like, it also sounds like Silverwolf at all times is like keeping an ie on like what's happening here, right? Like in terms of like the going-ons and the comings and goings of this. I love the Stellaron always have like their hand like in the kitchen cooking. They're always cooking something.
What drives you to take such a risk and extend this invitation on behalf of Diamond, even if it could lead to your downfall?
Simply put, you and I are the same.
I'm interested to see what you mean, but I disagree.
However, unlike the Stellaron Hunters or the Astral Express, we band together merely to obtain what we want.
That's the thing. It's like different wants. It's literally like a Now, here's the thing though. Like, I do think that like Topaz and Aventurine showcase that like even amongst the 10 Stones. This is a beautiful image by the way. Topaz and Aventurine showcase to me that there are hearts among the actual 10 Stone Hearts. That they're not all just stone hearts. You know what I mean? And they also, given the chance, would like carve their own path in this world too. But what Jade is saying here is that like while the Astral Express or the Stellar Hunters are to have a bigger task ahead of them, like let's be, who are these other characters by? We'll look at them in a second. But like, for example, on one side of it, you have the Stellar Hunters who like are trying their best to, in the end, create a path that they can defeat Nanook. That's what we know. They're trying to defeat Nanook. Whilst on the other hand, the Astral Express are carving their own path forward and helping everybody and like trying to like I guess, suffocate the Stellarons, would you say? Suffocate them, like, or like snuff them out. And so they all have this, like, these bigger, higher purpose. What Jade is saying is that we just, like, get what we want. That's what we want. And yeah, there's not a doubt in my mind that that's what it is, right? For sure. But I do think that Topaz and Aventurine, you know, being painted with the same brush always, like, really upsets me. But yeah, look at these different characters here. There's one with a gun here who has, like, a short kind of, like, flintlock pistol up here as well. He has a really wild smile, which, again, we're probably going to, like, be very interested in him. There's a character over here to the left who has, like, these, like, really high coat and, like, some cool earrings. A character on the right who has the hood here as well. And also a silhouette of a girl up here, too, with, like, a beautiful hairstyle. So, like, they're not showing all the 10 Snow-Runners, but what I do think is interesting about this as well, though, is that I don't think Hoyo in general, and maybe it's different over Genshin and Honkai, maybe it is. I don't think they're going to show silhouettes of characters and not have them already designed. I think a lot of times they have characters designed well in advance. I think we're going to meet these characters at some point.
Each of us has our own past and destined ends. And on this journey, we have been invited by Diamond to join it.
I wouldn't say what you did to Aventurine as an invite.
This journey could be either
Or-
brief or long, as each of us carries a void in our hearts that can only be
Interesting.
felt from the outside.
Interesting. Because I definitely can see that with Aventurine, like the void in his heart as well. So there's a void in Jade's heart too, and Topaz. But by the way, when she said there was an invite extended to these guys, that is true. There was an invite, but I think the invite was under duress. That's what I'm saying. It's barely an invite. That's like saying putting a gun to someone's head and be like, okay, will I shoot? Or will you give me a high five? It's like the high five has to happen. That's barely a choice. You know what I mean?
So, Diamond made us a promise to divide the power of the Emanator of Preservation into 10 pieces and give each of us a cornerstone to fill that.
It's actually one of my favorite aspects of the story, by the way. Separating like 10 pieces of a freaking Emanator into like 10 separate pieces. I love stories where it's like everyone has like one piece of the puzzle. It's like the talismans in like Jackie Chan Adventures, or the necklaces, like the other talisman things in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, you know, where they all like to hold like a key and stuff like that as well. Like that stuff to me is so awesome. It's so cool. Or a good example would be like three people having, you know, Marek, Yugi, and Kaiba having three different like Egyptian gods or whatever. You know what I mean? That's like always so cool to me. Like the idea of like having this one entity of like united power separated amongst a bunch of different people.
Mortal flesh is fragile, yet my heart is unyielding like the monolith. For without this resolve, the way of preservation would fade into oblivion.
Mortal flesh is fragile, my heart is unyielding like a monolith, for without resolve, the way of the preservation would fade into oblivion. So obviously humans can die, but my heart is towering over everything like a monolith, because I need this like kind of like feeling. If I didn't, then the preservation would disappear. Okay, so I'm by the way, I hope it doesn't sound like I'm translating for you guys as well. I think you guys understand it though. Like when I'm trying to like translate stuff myself like this, I'm not just being like, okay guys, time for a little lesson. I'm translating for myself as well to understand it that way too. I think people get that, you know?
So, you understand? This pledge goes beyond a mere oath. It's our collateral in exchange for opportunities, wealth,
What?
survival, and a future.
So is the collateral the fact that they like are bound to the preservation and bound to the Emanator in this way?
And whatever we gain from it will fortify the Stonehearts in return, allowing us to achieve the great cause of the preservation when
What?
the war among the eons eventually
Oh
comes.
my god, wait. So this is all trying to go towards the idea of like the war amongst the war among the eons eventually comes? Is that the same thing then as like what as the Settler Hunters want to eventually like fight Nanook? Because again, it's gonna be a battle on epic proportions, right? They said this back in Xian Show. It's gonna be something like we've never seen before. So they have their own skin in the game too. They have their own goal and cause, and whatever they do and whatever they gain from their travels is going to benefit somehow Diamond. Would they say Diamond here is the president? So is Diamond an Emanator of the preservation? Could that be true? So that would make sense why she has a vested interest in the Stellar Hunters as well, who will also have an interest in the war amongst the eons and defeating Nanook. That makes perfect sense why they would have that interest. Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy stuff.
I understand.
Take your time, child. You don't need to give me an immediate answer. Like I said, patience is one of my greatest strengths.
So legitimately, she wants to meet with the Stellar Hunters. That's what she wants. And it definitely has something to me. Maybe not. Maybe it has something else for her own benefit that will eventually benefit Diamond. But like there is that connection there that they both are like heading towards and have their eyes set on the Battle of the Aeons, right?
If fate turns that page, our paths will cross again.
And that's the thing, Jay, you're talking to literally like the most patient gal who ever lived. I need you to understand this.
It's a shame, though, that this pawn shop can't give me what I desire.
Oh.
My last attempt in Penacony. Well, it ends with hope.
I wish I could give everything to Firefly. Is that the guy again?
Lady Bondage? I've come to deliver the collateral as promised.
So dark. And it's intentionally dark, by the way. It's intentionally dark. Like, there's no... They didn't do... Oh, we're going back to Stell?
Turns out, the meeting to decide the future of Penacony went much smoother than expected.
Okay.
With little debate.
So it was barely anything happened. Which, again, like, they had the family over a barrel. Like, let's be honest here. They had the family over a barrel. But, like... The moment they were having Firefly be like, I'll get this place can't help me, and then walking out at the moment that this guy walks in going to give up basically his entire memories, that legitimately is like showcasing as well. It's like making a deal with Jade, you know, and the IPC, it's going to cost you everything, you know? And so it kind of showed as well, where it's like, oh yeah, I can like, you know, bring the Stellar Hunters here to talk with Jade and have a meeting with Jade. But what is that going to cost us in the end? What will end up happening?
The Charmony Festival's opening ceremony is starting soon. I should head down and take a look.
Are we actually going to see it? It's very interesting because again, like
this airship has quite a few treasures, a bountiful harvest.
We're back here with Stell, by the way. I'll say this as well. Like we can chat with the guests. Yes, 100%. I totally like for me, I was like put off guard a little bit, like the idea of Robin still doing this, but I think the reason why she's doing this is because she didn't turn her back on the Harmony, right? She didn't. And part of the deal with this now with the IPC is that the Harmony is going to stay intact and the deal with Himiko. So like, again, it's not a situation where she's like, oh my god, these are the guests? Yes, but, oh, it's Aventurine. Oh my god, I didn't see him in the hologram version. I just saw the hat. Oh my god, Aventurine and Boot Hill together. But yeah, part of the deal is like keeping everything intact, and I feel like, you know, it's guys, I'm not even gonna finish my thought. I just saw Aventurine and I lost my train of thought. What was I saying entirely? It was about like the whoops. It was about her still spreading the Harmony and the Harmony staying intact. Yeah. My heart, oh my god, that's so funny. I feel very embarrassed, but you know what, it happens. Maybe I'll put, if I go back, I'll see what I was talking about entirely. I lost my train of thought completely. I just saw Aventurine and I was like, this is my life now. I think I actually finished my thought. I just forgot I finished my thought. I was just talking about the idea of the, like how they, Himiko's made a deal so that the Harmony will actually like stay intact. So like it makes sense that maybe Robin would perform it still. But yeah. I think that's what it was, yeah. Right, it didn't make me lose my train of thought for a second.
Take you out with just one shot whenever I choose.
Boot Hill, I like you a lot, but when it comes down to it, oh yeah, because remember he's looking for the person in the IPC as well from I forget the name, but he's looking for someone in the IPC as well. Yeah, Boot Hill, I adore you. I've said this before, I adore you a lot, but legitimately, if it comes down to a choice, I need you to understand.
Oh, that'd be my honor. Don't worry, I hate cheating at the table.
Every time I see Aventurine, I just want to be like, Aventurine, let's go on like a 3-hour mission together.
You better.
Ah, look who's here. The great hero of the astral experience.
We're talking to her directly?
The most dazzling trailblazer in all of Penacony.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Oh, you're here too. Long time no see, friend.
Hey, Boot Hill. How are you doing? I'll take the flattery from Aventurine any day. Oh, thank god that wasn't it. What are you guys whispering about? Do you always have to compliment everyone you meet, Aventurine? So are you on the IPC's side now, Cowboy? I'll ask you what you're whispering about, because again, Aventurine can compliment me all the time. All the time. Wait, no, we'll ask like, hey, do you say this to everybody?
Merely a greeting of platitudes.
Oh.
As long as you and I have
So am I dazzling? Am I dazzling, Aventurine?
Let's set aside those under-the-table dealings for now, partner. Don't want to spoil the festive mood of the Charmony Festival.
Oh, I agree. Now let's congratulate Miss Trailblazer. I hear the family intends to thank the crew at the Charmony Festival. It's a real pity I can't personally be there to witness this.
Honestly, it is always a pity when you're not around to witness stuff as well. No, like it is. I think it is a thing with like Aventurine here as well. That obviously, like, I know he's like probably busy, but I wish he could be here with us too. Like he deserves to see, like, have a bit of happiness too, you know. Oh, here we go. You sure left in a hurry, Aventurine.
Well, my job was just to give the IPC an opening. Other things aside, I think I did a pretty good job at achieving this.
I mean, it worked. By the way, Jade was bad mouthing you like an idiot.
Well, you were at Dreamfluxery.
No, you're an idiot. She's an idiot.
You wouldn't have been able to dig up so much dirty information without the help of a knowledgeable friend.
So he was where we were there when he was there as well.
But that emanator didn't pull any punches.
Acheron?
My body couldn't
Me?
hold out too long. Otherwise, this would have been settled in a much cleaner manner.
Wait, so is he saying that, like... I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can explain this sentence here. I'm not sure what he's saying here. I'd like to thank you for all your help in the battle, cowboy. Is that all we're gonna say to Aventurine? Where's the option for "you are cute, I love you"?
No problem. Punishing the wicked and eradicating evil is a top priority. Would have been strange if we sat it out. Making entrance like that, us Galaxy Rangers are making a comeback. Reckon you'll meet quite a few followers of the hunt on your journey. Do me a favor, pass on my regards, will you?
No problem. I actually think the Galaxy Rangers are some of the most interesting characters in the entire game for sure. What were you guys chatting about, by the way?
Forget it. I'm not one to beat around the bush. I've got a score to settle with
There it is again.
an executive fella named Oswaldo Schneider. And
The name
this
Oswaldo
flamboyant
Schneider.
fella here can help me find him.
The feud between the Marketing Development Department and the Strategic Investment Department is well known across the cosmos. But what I didn't expect was the involvement of the Galaxy Rangers in this feud.
Oh, something Aventurine didn't expect at all. Okay.
Looks like things are about to get spicy.
Spicy. Wait.
Looks like
This is what he says, spicy.
things are about to get spicy.
Spicy. Okay, so he's like helping. Aventurine's gonna help him, maybe like or could help him with this stuff as well. But it says he said he's like he's looking for Oswaldo Schneider, and this flamboyant, by the way, this flamboyant fella. I love flamboyant fella as I was to describe Aventurine. So true. And he's saying there's a feud between the market development, the development department, the strategic investment department. But the Galaxy Ranger is what he wasn't expecting getting involved, I guess. I hope you guys have fun at the festival.
And I also hope you enjoy yourself, great hero of Penacony.
Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it.
I'll pass. But I do hope you guys have fun. If you don't mind, let's play a few rounds next time.
No problem. No problem whatsoever. Where'd Aventurine go? This world is lies. This world is pain. Where is he? Where'd he go?
It's time to let down our hair and enjoy
True.
ourselves
Very true.
on days like this. I hope you can enjoy yourself to the fullest, oh great hero of Penacony.
No, he's very correct in this. It is time to have a bit of fun, for sure. So that's the first people we can talk to. Where's the other people we can talk to? Oh my god, this game is amazing. This game is incredible. I love this. Still getting to chat with like a bunch of different characters we've met before. Awesome stuff. Hello, Dr. Ratio.
Ah, yes. I remember you. Your performance at Herta's space station was adequate, I suppose.
Tell me how I can do better.
No wonder that gambler likes you so much.
Wait, because he has only adequate performance as well? Is that what you're saying? Do you know Aventurine? Can I get your autograph, Doug? Oh, that's really funny. We have to be, we've earned a bit of like comedy, right? But I also want to hear what he says about Aventurine. I think I prefer this.
This individual is my responsibility during
Oh my god.
Nothing more than an errand from the Office of Academic
I
Affairs.
didn't personally, Excel didn't personally see it, but I saw that note that you gave him. You literally gave him that final step to like really make a proper decision.
Very well. The Charmony Festival is about to commence soon. Take advantage of this unique opportunity. A blend of work and play is essential for superior knowledge absorption.
It actually genuinely is. Like, if you're working nonstop around the clock on anything, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, it's not the work you do on the second day of just working around the clock is going to deteriorate in the third day and the fourth day and all this stuff too. That's why breaks are important. How do you rate adventuring? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. How do you rate adventuring?
The executives of the IPC and the Guild say that we are strategic partners. Yet, from my perspective, I am invariably the teacher, and he, along with you and every other individual, is the student.
Okay. Is strategic partners legal yet? Do they legalize that? Or is that just in some countries? I always remember how I recognize him by his arm. So every time I see his arm, I'm just like, I always like chuckle a little bit. It is a good arm.
From this perspective, Aventurine isn't what you'd call an ideal student. Yet, he's also not utterly obtuse.
Oh my
Alas,
god.
the void within him can never be filled by talent and knowledge. Let's hope he doesn't turn into a philosophical zombie.
I love how, like, in a roundabout way, this is like one of the best compliments you could ever get from a Dr. Ratio. Listen to this, right? It says we're partners, yet from my perspective, I'm the teacher, right? And every other individual is the student, which is hilarious. But then this is also like a compliment. Well, it's right here. I don't want to do this, but this is a compliment, right? It's like, he's not ideal, but he's not obtuse. You know what I mean? Whatever. By the way, it's very also, it is emotional to say, like, you know, the void within him can never be filled by talent and knowledge. Because again, Dr. Ratio knows him so well. He does. And let's hope he doesn't turn into a philosophical zombie. He knows that there's so much more to Aventurine that, like, you know, he needs to fill with his heart. I thought you were going to make me get my act together.
Saying such a thing merely indicates that you have not truly grasped the essence of learning.
Then come with me. Teach me.
The principle of balancing work and relaxation is scientifically grounded, with the relevant proof process detailed on page 21 of the 31,467th issue
Of course.
of the academic journal Star Caesar. Acquiring knowledge aims to enhance living. Don't invert priorities like those dolts at the guild.
So I think he's saying that, like, you know, the fact that like he's saying it's not like it's not about just like this kind of like binary process. It's about, like, you know, improving your life over time, I guess, and like naturally, because again, that's what he wanted for the people on the station as well, right? And again, in his own way, he wanted everyone to kind of like grow and become something much more than they were before. I hope you have fun at the festival.
Then you'll excuse me.
You are excused. What do you think of Aventurine? I do love Aventurine, and Aventurine and Dr. Ratio's friendship is like one of my favorite things in the game. Like, and again, the way they talk about each other is like one of the most entertaining things. I could watch them like do a whole movie together. And I think with like Dr. Ratio, like what's so interesting as well is the way he talks about them is like a compliment. Like he's complimenting them all the time, but again, it's because Dr. Ratio is so harsh with his compliments and his perspective on things. It sounds like an insult, right? It's one of those things where it's like he's not ideal, you know, but he's not totally obtuse. If anyone said that about me, right, in real life, if you were like in your workplace and you were like, look, this guy's not ideal, but he's not totally obtuse, you'd be kind of insulted. But like if Dr. Ratio said that about you, it's like, oh my god, I'm a genius. I am very smart. I think that's just his personality.
I detest noisy gatherings, as they intrude upon my thoughts. What a waste of time.
I'm actually like, with me when it comes to gatherings and stuff like that too, I'm actually much more into like quiet. I like my ideal like party was all not even a party, but my ideal get together was always like when I did like say like when I did drink, used to be like, you know, just like 6 people at a table, you know, chatting with a low volume music in the background. You know what I mean? That was always my ideal thing. And I know it sounds like I'm such like a stick in the mud, but like I used to like really dislike as well when they'd be like, hey, let's go see a band down at the pub or something. And then like you go into the pub and like, yeah, it's like one of those things where like everyone's, you know, it's like just have a good time. Yeah, it is fun to like dance around, for sure it is. But like also I'm just a much bigger fan of conversation. You know what I mean? Believe it or not, you might not know this, I'm a big yapper. I like talking. I know you guys don't know this or anything. Wait. Okay, there's more here. Okay. Okay, thank God. I was like, are we going to get interrupted? Who are we going to talk to next? Topaz, okay. This is really cool. This is a really cool section. Sorry, guys, for revealing that I'm a yapper.
Well,
I know it's changed your
old
perception of me.
friend. It hasn't been long, and yet here we are again.
For true.
How are you?
Oh my God, Numby as well. It's so crazy because already we've developed such big relationships, like with all these different characters, right? And obviously in different ways as well, but... life is as wonderful as ever. Dead tired. I'm in the mood for a job change. I'll just be honest, right? It's okay to be tired.
That's what I thought. I heard you guys pulled off a big stunt, cutting down the Oak family in one fell swoop. Such a pity I couldn't be there, or else I would have lent a helping hand.
Oh yeah, you were restricted, legitimately restricted.
Look how bustling this ship is. Not bad. Someday when I'm less tied up, I plan to host a grand party on my eco ship, and you'll all be on the guest list.
Thank you so much, Topaz. I want to ask a question about that transformation. Are you able to transform yourself? But the transformation? Wait. On my eco ship? What does she mean? Transformation.
Transform? What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm also like, I'm like coming over to Topaz's side being like, what are you saying?
Oh, I understand now.
Oh.
You're referring to Aventurine's cornerstone, right? Sorry. Compared to him, my ability is not as visual.
Okay.
Guess there is no harm telling you. The abilities of the 10 Stonehearts' cornerstones are all different.
That's cool though. That's really cool.
Some can even read your thoughts, grasp your desires. So, be careful. Now that I think about it, it was good that Branya got there when she did in Bellabog. If she came any later, we probably wouldn't have ended up as friends.
That is very true, right? It was good that Branya got there when she did in Bill. Like, it's kind of interesting, yeah, that turn of events, like, with everything that happened here. Like, and again, that happens with everything in life. You look at, like, different sequences where it's, like, it starts here and ends here, right? And, like, butterfly effects and stuff like that, too. It's so true to say that, like, you know, if we never met Branya, never made friends with Branya, she never would have stopped, you know, we never would have stopped the Celeron. We never would have had a relationship with Sela or anyone in Bellabog, and it would have ended up in a situation where we never would have met Topaz and never would have been friends with Topaz. And the fact is also as well, she said friends. You know what I mean? She said friends, so she considers us friends. And again, we were through a lot. I do think that once again, Topaz is a victim of the IPC as well. Like her whole thing with the whole thing of like, I'll shout to the rooftops forever, you know? Like, you know, hey, join the IPC or die. You know, that's great, isn't it? Join the IPC or die.
Look how bustling this ship is.
So it's the same thing she said before. Okay, perfect. Is it in here? It's hard to know which one is the optional. I'm guessing this is not optional. Right, this isn't optional. Okay, perfect. Hello, Jade. How are you? I hope you didn't say anything to Firefly, because then this happens. And it's fitting that I'm actually Kafka when this happens too. I would love a Kafka and Jade interaction, honestly. Honestly though, like if they have a debate or like an argument with each other and Jade wins, I'm just telling you I will be deleting the footage. It won't be in my videos. Again, it's like seeing, it's never happened to me, but imagine it's what it's like when like your dad loses a fight or something to another dad. It's like I'm not having it.
Hey there, lively lady. Welcome to the Bondage Exchange.
Lively lady.
What should I call you?
My name is Stell. My name is March 7th. My name is Sunday. She knows her name.
What a unique name. So, miss, what do you wish for? And what are you willing to sacrifice for it?
Nothing and nothing. Make Nanook bow down to me. I want the CEO of the IPC. I want to be the CEO of the IPC. Revive Akivili. I don't know. Like, I think the closest thing I definitely want would be like to defeat Nanook in the end. So we might as well say this.
Oh, this is your wish.
Yeah. And I'm not sacrificing anything, so just do it. I mean, Lady Bondage Jade doesn't even blink. You're guessing she doesn't have any sense of humor. Okay.
Sounds simple enough. Very pragmatic. Then, let's discuss the cost.
No cost. No way. This is endgame art. That's very funny.
Too worried.
The game understands like that's where we're heading, right?
To fulfill this wish, the thing I need is simple. The tail of an animal.
What animal?
Well, it's a two-legged animal with black fur, a round head, and long ears. It's omnivorous and is prone to mood swings. Most importantly, it has mastered the human language and can communicate.
Who's this?
Bring its tail to me as collateral, and your dreams will come true.
It seems Bondage Jade is not out of sense of humor. You have to admit her skill using dark humor is superior to yours. What type of animal is she talking about here? A two-legged animal with black fur and a round head and long ears. It's omnivorous and is prone to mood swings. Who's she talking about here? Hopefully there are scissors on the express. Wait, is she talking about, oh, Pom-Pom? Is that what she's talking about? Pom-Pom?
May fate bring us together again, Miss Trailblazer.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so she's like, this again, they're just like little fun interactions, they're not too serious. But like, yeah, like I'm saying, I said, like, if there's a debate between the two of them, like, if Kafka doesn't win in the exchange, you actually won't see the video at all. I'll pretend it was like, I don't know. I'll pretend like, aliens took the video footage. You know, and you're all gonna have to just deal with it. I'm not having Kafka lose to Jade in any debate. It's not happening, guys, sorry.
What services do you require?
Poop deck? Which way do we go here? Like, I guess the main banquet hall would be the event itself, right? Again, I don't think they'd like make us walk right up to it, right? We wouldn't miss out on that. Oh my god! Oh my freaking god. Argenti, there's someone in there who said I wasn't beautiful. Get her. Her name's Jade. Come on. Come on, Argenti, let's go. Onward. They said I was ugly. She said I was ugly. And she said that I smelled and stuff. Let's go. Okay, I guess he thinks Jade might be a little pretty. I don't know. This is so cool.
Meet again, my dear friend. Your journey of the beauty is even more elegant than mine. My most sincere regards to you.
Sincere regards to you too, dear friend. You flattered me too much. When will I be able to unlock a new path then? Genuinely, like, he is so pretty. I love being around him. I'm so glad to see him once again. I'm so glad they brought him back.
Even after achieving such remarkable feats, you remain humble and gentle. Such is the true mark of knightly grace.
I mean, you look like this and you're humble and gentle, you know what I mean? Like, don't ever sell yourself short.
I have heard of your valiant deed in leading others to vanquish the omen of evil. Though the tale bears a tinge of regret. You have undoubtedly championed beauty and justice. May Adrilla smile upon you.
This is very cool. Again, it's so funny because again, the only god Ian and I follow personally is Adrilla, right? That's my god. That's my Eon. So like whenever he says "May Adrilla smile upon you," like I don't get the same feeling as when someone like talks about their Aeon, like, you know, giving me grace or like, you know, looking upon me. I'm always just like whenever people are like, oh, like their Eons are like, oh, may this Eon look down on you favorably, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, buddy, you know. And then when he's like, "May Adrilla smile upon you," I'm like, hands up in the air, on my knees, yes. The omen of evil. Is he talking about? He's not talking about Sunday, is he?
If an admirer of the beauty gets lost in the pursuit of power, they risk descending into the omen of evil, a form which is neither human nor beast. Although Mr. Sunday did not cross paths with the path of beauty, his actions were no different from the omen of evil. A lamentable soul lost on the path of righteousness.
Great way to put it.
Truly a matter of deep regret.
It's funny because Argenti like is one of the first people that's described the stuff with Sunday since it's happened, like in the best way possible. A lamentable soul that lost on the path of righteousness. He was trying to do what he thought was right. He was always trying to go towards happiness, and it is a regretful feeling. It is 100%. It's crazy. Argenti, the first person to describe what I felt about this, like kind of already. Why were you not there during the battle, the final battle?
I'm ashamed to admit. Anna's dream was too realistic. I couldn't bear to bid farewell to a fallen friend who had long turned into a beast. I lingered in that illusory dream for far too long.
Okay.
His voice and smile were too vivid.
That's very sad though, isn't it? That's very sad.
I didn't pass the trial of beauty this time, spending too much time in self-reflection over my own hesitation.
I know, it's...
Yet I wish for Adrilla to remain my beacon. A banner for me to strengthen my determination for the beauty.
Right, and again, that's I think that just makes you more human, Argenti. It does, like, and you've always been like such a great person, but like the idea that like you couldn't pull yourself away from this because of the emotional aspects of it, like it just makes you more human. It really does. I hope you have fun at the festival.
Thank you.
Oh my
And may the
god.
beauty always be with you.
The way he says thank you, listen to this. It's like he genuinely appreciates all this love. Listen.
Thank you.
He's like so surprised.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love it. Absolutely love it. Argenti, I adore you so much.
Thank you. And may the beauty always be with you.
May the beauty always be with you too. Praise the Drilla. Praise the Drilla. But seriously though, her name's Jade. She called me ugly if you want to get her. Yeah, these interactions are so great. And again, like, I think it's also, first of all, it's fantastic. I think, again, it's not surprising to me that, like, Argenti comes at this from the most favorable position, and a position that I truly believe in as well, is that, like, Sunday was trying to find happiness for everybody and for himself. But again, he went down the wrong path. He was on the path of righteousness, but, like, you know, swerved from that path, and he said it became like it was like a lamentable thing. He's someone who, like, could have been something that would, like, you know, benefit, and I think he still can be, but it's just a really regrettable thing that happened. And I think Argenti, like, you know, didn't even insult Sunday. I think he said it in a way that's, like, the first time since this has been done, that really someone has, like, described the situation in such a very fair and honest way for me. You know, I actually, like, really appreciate Argenti in this moment. I really do. Let's go wait for the Charmony Festival. I guess we're actually going to see the Charmony Festival?
The festival hasn't started. Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
Hi, we meet again.
Oh?
Who's that?
It's really you.
Oh my god!
I didn't get the wrong person.
Fantastic. You saw me. You took me for someone else. You saw me?
Yes, it's just I didn't get
Oh
the
my
chance
god.
to say hello. There's still some time before the Charmony Festival starts. Do you want to chat?
Firefly, yes. Yes, 110%. Let's chat. You walk and talk with Firefly, stopping your tracks when the view becomes more expansive. No, show everything with the conversation.
2 murder cases, a showdown with the IPC's ambassadors,
Oh, look at them.
the legacy of the Nameless, and a remnant of the Order who dreams of creating a paradise in place of the Eons. You guys even ended up shattering the dream.
True.
It's truly been quite a vacation.
Honestly, legitimately, like, yeah, they've been through a lot. They have been through a lot. And again, here's like, yeah, obviously the murder cases with her and Robin, like, you know, us fighting against Venturine, you know what I mean? Fighting about the true legacy, the Ina stuff, you know what I mean? And then we, like, shattered everyone's vision of the dream. Like, what she's saying here is so true. They've been through so much here. I love these two together, by the way. I love it so much. And I think it's just because, again, like, Firefly appreciates Stell so much, and Stell, like, you know, appreciates Firefly so much. And I feel like it's one of those, like, you know, like, besties forever. You know what I mean? It really feels that way, where, like, they're like, best friends that, like, everyone acknowledges it too. They're like, yeah, they're best buds. You know, they're best buds.
It's a good thing that you guys managed to overcome all those difficult problems. Congratulations! After the Charmony Festival's opening, will you guys be leaving again?
I don't know where our next destination will be. I'm not sure if we'll be able to depart smoothly. So I'm not sure our next destination will be. Probably
There
good
will
way to put
always
it.
be somewhere. After all, you guys are on the path of the Trailblaze.
Oh my god, she's so excited to talk to us as well, which makes me so happy as well, you know?
Before joining the Stellaron Hunters, Elio told me that this journey will tell me how to live on.
Oh wow.
That's all he said. As for the rest, it's up to me to find out.
This is why I truly believe that Elio, like I said, is different from the IPC in that way too. Because while he does, like, make them follow a script, I'm not trying to make him seem like he's perfect. I want to make it clear, I'm not trying to make it seem like he's perfect. I do think that Elio, like, he actually has a, how do I say, like, he actually does see the human aspect of it too. Because if he didn't, like, he wouldn't be letting them also, like, be a happy family. You know what I mean? And you can see it here too, where it's like, you know, you'll find out how to live on after this. So he does think that, like, he does acknowledge her, like, wants and her wishes.
So, I'll pay extra attention to any leads that will let me live on.
I'm so for it. Did I skip? I was trigger happy. I was like, what happened there? I must have just pressed the button by accident there. So you said this trip to Penacony is no different. So she's trying to find a way to live on. So you're interested in investigating the watchmaker. Looks like you didn't get what you wanted this time. Should we, again, instead of bringing that up, should we just say this instead?
Yes. Sadly, I was looking in the wrong place.
Right.
But I did reap some rewards.
Okay.
Do you know Miss Jade from the IPC Strategic Investment Department?
All too well.
Bondage Exchange belongs to her. She told me her price, but...
Did you take the deal? Don't take the deal. Those IPC people may have ulterior motives.
I know. But what she wanted wasn't my answer either.
Yeah, she wanted to deal with it, to meet with the Stellar Hunters.
Of course, I want to live on. But... what fate owes me? I want it paid back, not passed on. No one else should be involved because this is a grudge between me and
What
fate.
a way to put it. A grudge between me and fate. And she's saying here she doesn't want to get the Stellar Hunters like involved in her journey either in this way because she doesn't want them to be... Is that what she's talking about? She doesn't want anyone else getting like caught in the crossfire of what she's trying to do for her life here.
Speaking of which, actually, I feel that I still owe you a formal apology for that matter with the performer of the Iris family.
Wait, No, not at all. Don't worry about it. That was so long ago. We're besties.
Even the smallest of lies can turn into a betrayal as sharp as a blade.
Firefly.
I'm sorry.
It's appreciated so much you're saying this because this shows me that this has been on her mind since the start and she was looking for an opening to say something like this. I never felt hurt by this whatsoever. I understood from the start.
Really? Then it seems what Kafka taught me was correct.
Wait, what did Kafka teach you?
To me, hiding is much easier than being honest. Yet, I still want to try expressing my emotions as any ordinary person would.
Okay.
It's that girl! Get moving! Arrest that criminal before the Charmony Festival's opening ceremony starts!
You want to shut up. Calm down. Get in the pool. Take a dip. Like, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. We were having a freaking amazing moment here.
I can't believe they've chased me this far. Looks like we have to say our goodbyes.
Let me deal with them.
Don't worry about me. Just go and enjoy the ceremony.
I will literally deal with them. I will literally deal with them right now.
The script hasn't reached its end yet. We
Oh my god, she's saying this as she's running from the cops. This is so funny. Who do they think they are?
I hope she's okay. But if it's only those two hounds again, she'll probably be fine.
Does she not say like having a friendly conversation with the person who saved Penacony? Like, calm down, guys.
I'll send a message later to check in on her. Let's go attend the Charmony Festival first.
Sure, 100%, but like, if they're around, we're gonna beat them up. We're jumping them. I'm getting Don Hung and March and we're jumping them. No, like, Jesus Christ, like, calm down, like. There she is. I know people can say, Calvin, like, they have to do their job and, F their job. I don't care. I don't care about their damn job. Go be blood out people elsewhere, you know? Hey, there's the girl. Go get her. You know? You're not doing a very good job here, right? Announcing you're about to arrest someone before you do it. It is very hilarious though, by the way, Firefly like running away. While like she turns to us and goes like, hey, fate's not decided yet. See ya, bud. And like runs like in this very cartoonish way that is very sweet and charming. So she said that Kafka taught her something. Maybe it's that what she was saying there about the idea of like hiding instead of like owning, like, you know, facing things head forward. Maybe Kafka probably was like, hey, like, you know, and it could be a direct thing where it's like, hey, like with Stell, like, you know, she's not going to hold a grudge against you with this. Or it could be just like this thing where it's like, you know, usually like you can get so stuck in your own head that like you don't realize that facing things head on can sometimes actually be a big benefit. And on the other side of that, it's so beautiful that Kafka is teaching her something, which again, I'm not surprised because the Stellar Hunters have like such an amazing relationship with each other that it's not surprising to me whatsoever that Kafka is like a mother figure to her. And like, you know, Blade is like a brother, Silverwolf is like her sister, all this stuff. Like it makes perfect sense to me that this is exactly how the relationship goes. And Kafka is like, while Kafka is scary and she does make me very scared sometimes in a very good way, she's also a character that like I think has a perspective on the world that is not only like unique sometimes, but I feel like is full of experience and knowledge of how people work and how their minds work. And the fact that she imparts this onto Firefly in a way that, like, you know, she probably said in a way that just like, you know, being honest is like, you know, sometimes the best way to go about things. But she probably said it in a way that was like way darker, you know, and that seemed way more forceful. But in Kafka's world, that is like a lesson as well. She does care a lot about Firefly. I love that scene. I love that scene a lot. But yeah, man, I can't believe I have to like throw 2 Bloodhound family members over the edge of this ship. It's actually pretty sad, honestly, you know? They could have had lives, could have had a great experience with each other, but like if you see them, we gotta throw them right over there. You know? Instead of if I can keep one heart from breaking, it's if I can, you know, keep Firefly from being arrested. That's what it should be. Let's go and see what the Charmony Festival is going to be all about.
Let's take a seat here. Everything is settled. But there's still some time left. Maybe I should take a walk.
Wait for the opening ceremony to start. I think we already talked to everybody. I think it's trying to make sure that we can talk to everybody first, right?
Forget it. I've done enough walking around already. Let's take a seat and rest for a while.
Someone's gonna be like, Calvin, you missed Don Hung, you know? He gives you a hug. If that actually did happen, I think I would have to restart the entire game. Oh yeah? It's me, Firefly. I've got it all handled. Don't worry, I didn't do anything rash. I've hidden myself away. It's a pity I won't be able to see Miss Robin perform. Oh no. I can literally beat up these guards for you. I can. No problem. Like, I won't even feel bad about it. I'd actually feel pretty good. Text her back. Okay.
Looks like I don't have to worry about her. Let's wait for the opening ceremony to start.
You think we could chat to Robin and be like, please, this is my friend, right? We could chat to the family as well and be like, this is my friend. Or even Jade and be like, this is my friend. I think we could. But I think it's just like, Firefly, again, Firefly says she doesn't want to involve everyone with her. Oh, she doesn't want to involve everyone with her destiny and her path and get people caught in the crossfire. She did say that. It's Miss Robin.
Hey, Miss Robin.
Hey, Miss Robin.
Over here, Miss Robin. Miss Robin. Miss Robin.
Marry me. Glory to the family makes you feel icky. Glory to the family. Yeah, everyone here deserves to actually know the truth about everything going on. I don't care what anyone says. They really did deserve. I know, again, like I said, I understand the consequences of the situation, but I still think they deserve to know the truth.
Fellow family members, ladies, gentlemen, and friends from all over the cosmos.
She's amazing, isn't she?
It's a pleasure to join you all in celebrating the grandest ceremony of the Amber Era, the Charmony Festival. Firstly, on behalf of the Penacony family's 5 major lineages, and on behalf of myself, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all our guests.
Oh my god, look at her stepping up here as well.
As you all may have noticed, this year's Charmony Festival is far from regular. Thanks to the efforts of everyone, this celebration is unprecedented in scale, with factions from across the cosmos in attendance.
Yeah, which started off as a very like an invitation from Gallagher, really, you know?
Not only that, the customary opening ceremony held at the Penacony Grand Theater has now moved to the Radiant Feldspar, the very airship you all stand upon.
She's such like a shining like presence, doesn't she? Look at her. She's such like a beacon of light.
We invite you to express your warmest applause and deepest appreciation for O.T. Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family, for his selfless devotion to the Harmony's cause.
This is what I'm talking about. I understand this is all for a purpose and they have a reason because they don't want people to like panic and for things to go under completely. I understand that, right? But still, I do think that like having people live under the family when like we know the family does not have people's best interests in mind, it makes you feel icky. You know what I mean? It does make me feel icky.
What makes this festival so uniquely significant? As widely known. The Radiant Feldspar had to halt its voyage due to an anomaly in the Sweet Dream, sparking widespread discussion in the 12 Hours. Thanks to the hard work of Penacony's internal and external factions, we've finally gotten the Dreamscape back on track, just in time for the Charmony Festival. And as they say, good things come in pairs. The Charmony Festival not only celebrates this achievement, but also marks the relaunch of the Radiant Feldspar.
It's like, while I don't agree with everything she's saying, like, and obviously it's very, like, cleaned in terms of the way she's saying it. Like, she does have such a great presence about her. Like, it's hard not to listen to her as she's speaking as well. Again, because, and also, like, the fact that she is obviously a celebrity in Penacony as well, people are going to be, like, on the edge of their seat listening to her as well.
And finally, the last reason. Does everyone remember the Watchmaker? In truth, the family has poured their efforts into this festival just to commemorate this legendary luminary.
God. It really legitimately is like it makes you feel like a bit icky, for sure.
The father of Penacony, Mikhail Chard Legwork.
Oh, wow.
One of the legendary Nameless who laid the foundations of Penacony.
Calling him a Nameless publicly as well, though, right? Very cool stuff.
In the most
and his full name, right?
Times of the planet of festivities, it was he who descended from the sky with his companions, who taught us through trailblazing where freedom lies.
Fantastic
It
stuff.
was also they who led the vanguard in the pioneering of the Dreamscape, in exchange for what is now known as the Paradise of Harmony.
You know what I mean? Like, not only naming him out his full name, but also, like, like talking about him as a trailblazer who, like, taught us what freedom was. Like, it's a very, like, forward way of speaking about this.
It can be said that Penacony's splendid success today is deeply rooted in the trailblazing ethos the Watchmaker planted within us. Only by honoring this trailblazing spirit can we fulfill our mission and spread harmony to a broader audience.
I hear everyone's cheers as well. I do love, again, that, like, people put such a great emphasis, like the likes of Firefly and Robin, like, appreciate the idea of the trailblazing ethos so much as well. It's really good, but also the idea of spreading harmony to a broad audience. Again, I understand harmony's not perfect, but from Robin's perspective, this is, like, literally, to her, this is spreading, like, help and security. That's what she wants,
Aw, that's so nice of her. She's talking about us.
She is. We haven't even mentioned it. Our trading experience on parallel, the Express crew would have been disbanded long ago if it weren't for you. Like, I'm not going to be sarcastic,
That's right. Unparalleled.
Like, I will always go along with March 7th's vibe, you know what I mean? I love this. The folding of the arms, us smiling together. I'll always go along with it if I can.
And now,
like, look at her.
The Sweet Dream is back on track. All thanks to the Trailblaze, of course.
I love she's giving full credit to the Trailblazers.
If it weren't for everyone on the Astral Express, we wouldn't be
look at
able
Marge.
to successfully host this Charmony Festival. Thus, with unanimous consent from the 5 major lineages, Penacony's family, on behalf of all family members throughout the cosmos, offer a token of appreciation to the Nameless.
What's this?
Oh, I wonder if it's gonna be a big one.
Yeah, what's the appreciation?
We will transfer ownership of the Radiant Feldspar to the Astral Express.
What?
A meager appreciation that we hope you will accept with grace.
You're giving us the big bow? Look at March's face. Yeah, March. Me too.
Let us gift our applause and cheers to these brave and dauntless Nameless.
Literally giving us this gigantic party boat?
Nameless.
Oh my god. Can I say this now? I know what, like, not that we, like, need people to cheer for us, right? It's one of those things where, like, it's deserved. Like, March and Stella, Don Hung should be here too as well, by the way, and Himiko and Welt. But, like, having, like, the Trailblazing crew being cheered by anyone, it is deserved after everything they've gone through.
And now, I propose a toast to harmony, to the Trailblaze, to the future of Penacony and the universe, and to the generous Alfalfa family head, Mr. O.T. Alfalfa.
Because she's doing so good at public speaking, I'm just gonna let, like, that type of stuff with the Alfalfa family generosity slide,
Cheers!
Oh, look at her smile as well. I tell you, she is literally a beacon of light. Look, the moon is behind her and she's brighter.
Cheers.
Wait, what? We're getting a full cutscene for this too? Oh my god, look at her. Oh, his chuckle makes you so nervous.
To make a decision like that. This little bird is no less capable than
Oh
her
wow,
brother.
so she made the decision to hand it over. I mean, look at them.
As well. Right.
Wait, what?
But have you forgotten someone, my gray-haired
What?
friend?
Sparkle?
I put a bomb on this ship.
Sparkle, what are you
have
doing?
10 minutes to find it. Better hurry.
Are you serious?
When did this get shoved into
What?
my hands? There are still so many bombs.
What?
Now is not the time for the plot payoff. I can't handle this alone.
Now is not the time for a
Time to
plot
create a group
payoff?
and inform everyone.
What are you talking about? Sorry, report the situation, but what are you talking about? 1111, we got a problem, friends. There's a imaginary neutron bomb on this ship. What's happening? What the hell? I got chills. I did not expect that whatsoever. Because it was one again. I felt like our plan just didn't go off, but like, it's very clear there's something else going on here. Keep. Oh my god. Keep reporting about the bomb. It's all thanks to that masked fool. From where to view the fireworks? Miss Sparkle will explain the situation personally. How did you get into the group? Explain. Turn yourself in? Oh my god, what is happening? Fine, Spilton, you're good at reading the room. I like that. Alright, down to business. Is everyone flabbergasted yet? Wearing Miss Sparkle's buttons all confiscated already? Why is the bomb timer still active? As all credit goes to our brave hounds, thanks to their meticulous efforts and okay. We can't read this right now. They're going too fast. Here we go. This is a really impressive thing that like I was like literally like relaxing for a second. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then Sparkle shows up at this very last moment. Spilton, you're good at reading the room. I like that. All right, down to business. Is everyone flabbergasted yet? Where Miss Sparkle's buttons all confiscated already? Why is the bomb timer still active? Actually, all credit goes to our brave hounds. Thanks to their meticulous efforts in gathering the buttons, Miss Sparkle was able to press all of them one by one. Oh my god, in the freaking room! She was looking at them there. Miss Sparkle certainly worked her finger to the bone, pressing through a whopping 100,000 buttons. She spent a whole 48 system hours on it. Oh my, what? Why would you, and then the emoji as well, the emoticon. What are the fridges wrong with you? Don't be crass, my silver Argenti's here as well. That sure is hard work. All the other things you could have done with this level of patience. Legitimately, that's crazy. The appreciation received, of course, it was still down to Miss Sparkle's luck. I don't know why, but there will be a total of 16,537 esteemed dream chasers who volunteered to help Mr. Sparkle bear a burden. Girl who likes to smile are all lucky. Oh, okay. We'll wait a second, let them do this thing again. It's this is like again, as you guys know, I have like it's like one complaint I have when they do dialogue sometimes. It's like, you know, it's like I don't want them to remove the tension. And Venture's here too. I don't want to remove the tension of the scene, but like I have to read very fast. Oh, Dr. Rachel left the chat. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like they should like let you advance every message forward, right? For sure. Because then it's like, okay, wait, you know. And in this very tension-filled scene, you know what I mean? The bombs Miss Sparkle placed on the cruise ship are hidden among 999 dolls. Your bright-eyed people will surely find where the real bomb is hidden. Good luck. How many? Don't panic. We'll deal with this together. Everyone, please don't make any commotion to cause unnecessary panic. I'll arrange for the family members to prep for evac, but we still have to rely on you all to find and defuse the bomb. The Oak family has always relied on the strength of the Order to guarantee everyone's death. Never occurs in the dreams, but the blessings of the Order are now lost. Its consequences may be unimaginably detrimental. I agree. If anyone finds anything, please update the group properly. So darling is here. The beauty is duty bound. The IPC will end rate 2. Don't worry, everyone. Want to bet who will survive this? K, he says as he leaves the chat. Let's go. This is crazy.
All set. Let's start following the plan.
We have to find bombs? This is actually a part of the story? This is actually something I didn't expect at all whatsoever. Really incredible stuff. I I know, legitimately, I did not expect this in any way, shape, or form at all. So this is one of the dolls here, right? Wait, find 999 dolls? Is that something we just have to do right now?
You finally arrived, oh great gray-haired little one. I'm the constable around these parts, and right now I'm.
This is an insane turn of events. Because again, I legit thought it was just like Sparkle's, her plans were foiled somehow. You're not very good at character design, are you? Your bombs are playable characters now. Great hair little one. So I'm greater, my little. Oh my god. Again, they are playing this off as a joke sometimes too, but like that was an amazing moment. Like having Sparkle show up in the moment was amazing. You're not good at character design, are you? I think it's great.
I'm about to explode, and that's all you're concerned about?
It's Stell. What do you expect?
All right, now that you've found me, it's my turn to complete my mission. Next, I'll count down from 5 and then explode. 5.
Please don't.
4.
Please do not.
1.
Where's 3? Where's 2? They are playing this off as a joke somewhat as well. But like, again, it probably is like a bit of a comedy as well. But like, I really think it was an amazing scene there.
Really that important? I'm not even a real bomb. Was it surprising, shocking, horrifying? No? Really? Fine. That's too bad then. You really ought to learn how to win a girl over.
The constables all fall silent. You open up more and more like tear it apart, and through the though that sounds cruel and uncovers through nature as mere toy equipped with a remote speaker. More messages from the group chat. There's progress with the bomb situation. I got good news and bad news. Black Swan is doing this too. Which one would you like first? Bad news? Tell me the bad news. The divination emoji or sticker. The bad news is I found 131 bombs. The good news is none of them are real bombs. The mass fools really know how to pull a stunt. Yeah, because they love making people panic, right? Don't worry, the process of elimination is also a problem-solving tactic. The evacuation of the family is underway here. The Bloodhounds are hot on the investigation trail. Keep it up, everyone. So,
At least I made some progress. Gotta keep working at it.
this is 100% a tactic of the what you call them, the mass fools. They love the idea of messing with us in this way. Like, it is something that they genuinely like adore. You know what I mean? And like, and seeing us panic is something that they like too. So Sparkle definitely like loves this aspect also. To find the bombs based on this wondrous treasure map. Use the function below to check the treasure map. Oh, here? So, there's one there, there's going to be one over here. Okay, let's go. It's crazy the music in the background when there's like bombs everywhere, you know what I mean? Crazy stuff. This firmer doll is a Sparkle lookalike. According to the book compilation of Sparkle vocabulary in modern and contemporary times, the term firmer was first coined in 2005 AE on the Sparkle planet in the Sparkle star system. Its original meaning is fluffy. Nowadays, the inhabitants of the Sparkle planet often use firmer specifically to refer to plush dolls. In other words, firmer doll translates to fluffy doll. It may sound peculiar, but considering its Sparkle origin, it actually makes a lot of sense. The firmer doll is staring right at you. Can I dismantle your bomb? The firmer doll continues to stare right at you. Can you speak, please? The firmer doll's eyes never blink. Honestly, if they did, it'd be quite unsettling. I think they're cute plushies, though. Anyways, just an ordinary plush toy. Can you really expect it to utter a single word? Keep staring at it? It must be pointed out that this doll has no suspicious features at all. It exudes from within an aura befitting of a firmer doll, not that of an imaginary neutron bomb. Which means there's no need to bother it anymore. It makes you and the doll appear rather pitiful. It's best to probably put an end to this farce. I love that the game tells you, like, yeah, talking to this doll makes you kind of look a bit silly. Doggum, whoop, I give up. What's wrong, Silver Cowboy? Silver Cowboy? And he means that, like, seriously, by the way, as well. I found 217 talking dolls. Ha ha. We've a ha from Black Swan. And that's after I got help from the hounds and that man with the plaster head. Who knows when we find them all if we look for them ourselves. That's a shame. Knowing that foolish happen, I'm afraid we're going to have to keep filtering through the wrong answers. Don't fret. The beauty will guide us. I love it. Everyone working together as well. So we found 350. Okay, so the next place on the map would be inside the ballroom. Well, not the ball. I guess it would be. It's kind of a ballroom, right? I would say like it's kind of more of a dining room, I guess. So around here? Yes. There we go.
We meet again. I am Penacony's famed detective.
Oh, are you?
Got yourself into a pickle? I'm more than happy to help. But unfortunately, I'm preoccupied with a couple of unsolved cases. So, you'll have to wait your turn.
I just need that bomb in your hands.
Bomb? Right. It completely slipped my mind. Dr. Boom specializes in explosives. I need your help, miss. You've had quite a few run-ins with Dr. Boom. And with the recent bomb situation, you're bound to find evidence that proves Dr. Boom is the killer.
Oh, for real?
The first case is the So Glad factory arson case. We found a hammer, a doll, and half a liter of unidentified fluid at the scene of the crime. Our forensics results showed it's a red herring.
Honestly, the fact that like we know for a fact that she already loves detective stories. I feel like now for a fact we know that she's like a detective story like enthusiast for sure.
Second case is the Blue Hour auction robbery. A gang of masked thugs broke in, stole a fragment of the Astral Express, and left behind a large hammer, a doll, and a half-dead red herring at the scene.
Oh my god, they're making me think in the epilogue. I have to think in this epilogue? I have to do puzzles in an epilogue?
Those are all the details. The way I see it, there must be a link between these two cases that will be the key to exposing Dr. Boom. I trust in your deduction. Which piece of evidence do you think is the deciding?
Will we have to read over it again? It's you. Okay, so let's read over this again. Right? For sure.
For a single word?
Be quiet, me. Okay. So the first case is So Glad is the factory arson case. We found a hammer, a doll, and half a liter of unidentified. Okay, so is there a doll at the next one as well? A doll. So it's you. You were at both scenes. There we go.
Dancer! You're good, gray hair. Your mind is pretty sharp.
Thank you.
Seeing as you've put in so much effort, I'll throw you a bone. The bomb's not here. This is only a prank I've craftily
Of
set
course.
up. Hurry, time's running out. You better find that real bomb quickly.
Sparkle's voice faded behind the doll's body, buzzing with a white noise. It seems the pitiful doll was transformed into a megaphone by Sparkle. Sparkle is having like Sparkle called in a freaking threat with a bomb. You know what I mean? My friends, I bring saddening news. Tell us about it. This trial of beauty is especially dangerous. I found 145 adorable dolls, but thought they were fool's bombs. Is this really not a trial of elation or something? No matter what, please be patient, everyone. I have a feeling that as long as our virtuous patience can persuade a driller with sincere conviction, even the most difficult problems will be resolved. Mr. Argenti is right. Everyone, don't let your guard down. I love how Himiko is like so like supportive. She's just like, yes, what he said, you know? This is, I think it's just actually really like creative that like they did something like this, but like I guess like I didn't expect it to be like such like a to be played off as a joke, you know what I mean? Because not that like it, you know, I don't think it's being played off completely as a joke because it is serious, but at the same time too, like there's like this music and like the comedy aspects with the dolls and stuff like that too. But I think that the way I would like explain it myself, and maybe you guys would disagree or agree, is that there's a doll right there. Is that I think that even in the most serious of situations, a mass fool is going to try and make a joke out of it, right? Is going to try and make a jolly ass, you know, even if like it's like, you know, we're dangling someone off a cliff and they're going to die, you know, they'll make a joke out of it. They will. I feel like that's their whole thing, you know?
Oh, by the laughter. To think you've seen through my disguise this quickly. Honestly, my dear Miss Greyhair, you're just like a ferocious penguin in Madame Susan's bedroom.
Yeah? Enough talk. Let me defuse the bomb.
Keep your shirt on. A watched pot never boils, miss.
I loved it again. It's just like the anger of like, no, let me play my game.
I'm on to you. You're here because you accepted bribes from the duplicitous and corrupt leader of that Sparkle gang. The scoundrel who wants to become mayor of
Oh my god.
Blazing Bro.
I do think that there is like a like Sparkle's such an interesting character because like I feel like they have like this kind of like very like Obviously the mass fool aspect, and that's kind of like sometimes very scary, sometimes very like, you know, off the wall and crazy. But I feel like they also, like, whenever they're creating these stories, they put themselves right at the center of it, like the Sparkle Gang and like all this stuff too, and Sparkle City. Like, I do think there's like a very like self-centered aspect to it as well, you know?
This evil city has fallen into depravity. As the sheriff doll, I cannot idly stand by and do nothing. And now, only this imaginary neutron bomb can completely cleanse Sparkle City of your ilk.
So you're saying that this bomb is gonna clean everything? Let's not.
If you wish to defeat me, you'll have to face off against the great Sparkle's dolls. They're my fiercely loyal companions, and you'll never defeat them.
Show him. Oh, it's an actual battle. Okay, I thought it was gonna be like another like mini game or something. Fair enough.
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy.
Tell him. Honestly, tell him.
Stand still.
You know what? Would you betray your customers, by the way? Oh, that's his ultimate move. To betray my customers.
Relax.
Would you betray your customers? That's why I want to know,
What are you
Sampo.
waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra.
Okay, he charges extra.
Stand still.
Not too bad. You know,
Give up.
not terrible.
Don't get cocky.
Sparkle though, that was not too hard. You know.
To think I was defeated by the despicable underling of Blaze and Bro. You'll never get away with this. Because I'm just an adorable doll. Not some imaginary neutron bomb.
Oh dear lord. Again, she's having the time of her life. 110% Sparkle's having the time of her life about this, for sure. The IBC Special Investigation Team is wrapping up here. We found a total of $329, but no bomb. Thought I'd drop this update with you guys. Even you guys can't do anything about it? Holy forking shirt balls, this is going to be a killer. Don't give up, we're so close to 999. The express crew is about to also be done. Keep up the good work, everyone. I'll be taking over the evac team now. Good luck, everyone. You know what's kind of crazy about this? Unintentionally, Sparkle has created one of the most united, like, groups ever amongst different factions. You know what I mean? We got, like, you know, the Followers of Beauty, the Astral Express, IPC. We got, you know, the Garden of Recollection. We have Galaxy Rangers. Like, there's all these different factions working together to desperately to try and make sure nothing bad happens. And, like, I think unintentionally Sparkle has created, like, a unified front, you know? Even though, I know we were on good terms with these characters already, but, like, you know what I mean? Up here? Right at the front, too. This is a great image. Oh, my God, this is a great image, isn't it? It's a really cool image. I'm here to defuse you.
Diffuse? No problem. Executing self-diffusing program.
Self-diffusing.
Now playing Never Give Up, Never Surrender by the trending superstar Asterically.
Oh my God, Asterically. Getting rickrolled here as well.
Oh, hang on. Penacony's family have not purchased the rights to this song. We can't play it here. How about this? I'll recite it for you. Next up, please enjoy a recital of Never Give Up, Never Surrender. Oh, aha! If you ask me how I feel about you, don't tell me.
Is this literally the lyrics to the song as well? Come on.
They will never give you up, never make you sad.
Come on.
They will never give you up, never make you cry.
Again, this is 100% mass fool tactics here.
They will never say goodbye to
The ultimate rickrollers.
lies to hurt you. Praise, aha!
They're no praise aha, yeah, they're God, but like I feel like mass fools are walking rickrolls. After an almost tearful explanation of praise aha comes to pass, all that's left in the doll's mouth are those lingering echoes of an irritating cassette tape. Turns out that it isn't a bomb after all, but a vintage tape recorder. Good news, we found the remaining 172 dolls. Okay, great, but they're also just dolls. What's going on? The girly pulling a fast one? Long time no see, everyone. Oh my God, the like opening the door. Miss Sparkle decided that everyone is busy, busying themselves over over her, and so she's had me deliver a message. Why are you here again? It was all just a game. I didn't add you to the group. That Miss Sparkle for you. She doesn't need an invite. All right, enough jokes. Miss Sparkle says this message is super important, so listen up. There are actually $1,000 at the ready field part to reward everyone's efforts. Miss Sparkle has decided to be magnanimous, and she will give the coordinates to... I have to wait a second here. Okay. Yeah, no, they shouldn't do that. They should have it like you're able to skip. I know people can say it's just a small thing, 100%. But I mean, like when you're like in the zone and like you're in like this kind of like scene where like we're trying to find these bombs. I wish we could just like read it as it goes. Should give coordinates to the final doll with the bomb to everybody. The time I've allotted to everyone far exceeds 10 minutes, but let's all try to hurry up, eh? Something may just going down if you're slowpokes. At Robin, I'm sure you don't want everyone to know that the family's protection over Penacony has been rendered useless, do you? I mean, they deserve to know. They deserve to know all the truth about this. Hurry up and move out, the world-saving heroes. Everyone, don't be misdirected by our appalling prank. We'll gather at the coordinates. When we catch you, we'll definitely teach you a lesson. She won't soon forget. March is gonna be like, well, jumper. Oh my god, the March emoji, emoticon,
Not much
sticker.
time left. I hope I make it.
Yeah, by the way, the whole thing of like, yeah, like these characters, these people deserve to know, by the way. You know what I mean? There's no in between with that for me. They deserve to know what's happening here, for sure. So you have to find the 1,000th bomb. The music's changed. Okay, it's gotten more serious now again, because it was like very like, dun, 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 like it is like really like jaunty tune. But now it's changed once again, because again, if it is a real bomb, this is a serious thing. Super serious. Wait, should we just fast travel there? Yes. We can just get there like that. Oh my god, there's Firefly. Oh, it's in the water?
28 minutes, 46 seconds. 28 minutes, 45 seconds.
You're here.
How's the bomb situation?
Looks like she also sent you a message.
Yeah, 100%.
Since you're here, I'll just keep it short. Just over half an hour ago, I received a message from an unknown sender and rushed here as soon as I could.
27 minutes, 51 seconds.
It's counting down.
The Sweet Dream has lost the protection of the Order. If it were to blow up here, the consequences would be unfathomable. I've scrutinized it for a long time, but the bomb's design is incredibly unique. As if it's been locked by some mysterious path.
Do you think it could be to do with a
Apart from its creator, I fear no one knows how to deactivate it.
Then we just have to find that person. Don't panic. There's okay. Mommy, I don't want to die. We just have to find Sparkle, right?
It's difficult. Time is running out, and she's a master of disguise. And even if we catch her, she won't come quietly.
I do like that they're taking a more serious tone for this now, because again, I was fine with again, because it's the mass fool stuff to have like a bit of like a jaunty joke about it as well. But like I feel like it is like something that eventually you'd have to take seriously. Don't panic. There's so many people on the way.
You mean the watchmaker's guests? That's a pity. Based on my experience, I don't think any of them can turn the tide on this situation.
Oh, for real?
The memo keeper may be able to teleport the bomb to a deserted location, but I have found a note inside the doll.
Warning, a mimetic virus has been planted in this imaginary neutron bomb. Mimetic life forms, particularly memo keepers, especially Black Swan, are advised to stay clear. Otherwise, exposed individuals face 72.36% chance of turning into a Oh my gosh, she means business. It's true. Try if you dare. So again, she's still trying to make a... This is what they do. They're, as we said, they're walking pranksters. You know what I mean?
I don't know what grudges they have, but this path is a dead end, too.
So that's it? There's no other way? What do we do then?
Actually, there might be another way.
Yeah?
Do you still remember? The script said that I will experience death 3 times
No.
in the Land of Dreams.
No. No.
I think this moment heralds the 3rd.
I thought the other thing was the 3rd time. No. I thought we avoided that. Now's not the time for the plot payoff. What's your plan? No, now's not the time. Now's not the time. We're not doing this.
You may already know that I have no way of evoking dreams. I employ a Stellaron Hunter's special method in order to enter dreams instead. This allows me to perform feats that typical dream chasers can't. As long as I can bear the pain of the Memoria pressure, I'll be able to dive into the primal memory zone beyond the dream.
But what happens to
And
you?
extend a lifeline to the Radiant Feldspar.
But what happens to you?
I will take this bomb into the depths of the dreamscape, as deep as possible, where there are no living souls around. That way, at least no one will get hurt.
What about you, though? Yeah, what about you?
Don't worry. I believe that this Firefly armor will be enough to take me to where I need to go before the countdown ends. And maybe even make it back.
That word, I believe, that phrase, I believe, is carrying a lot of weight.
At present, this is our best and most logical course of action. After all, a long story deserves a happy ending.
Stop this right now.
I have some words to share with you, though they were spoken to me by Miss Acheron. She said that the so-called impossible is merely something that is yet to happen.
Please cease this. Please, like again, I don't like that there's not a surety on this, right? If she said to me, like, don't worry, I won't die whatsoever, you know what I mean? Then I'd feel a little bit better. But the whole thing of like, oh, Sam might be able to take me out of here, and now she's using Acheron's phrase. Which again, I feel like sums up her, like, story as well. Like, the idea of, like, trying to find her own path, trying to go against the script, but still.
At the moment, there are so many things that seem impossible. But are they really never going to happen? Maybe it's just that the moment to disprove these impossibilities hasn't arrived yet.
She's like, the actual factors we need to disprove them. Again, it still worries me, Firefly. It still worries me so much.
Whether it be a literal ending, suffering akin to death, or a harrowing deathscape. Before the appointed destination arrives, they are all the same. Yet I can still make myriad choices. I also firmly believe that when that moment arrives for us to make a choice, the answer to our end will already be within our hearts.
It's so difficult because, like, I don't want to, because again, this feels like a big, like, culmination of her story, right? I like even the stuff she's saying here, like, from the start here, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the idea of, like, what Acheron said fully sums up her Firefly's ambitions, right? We need to find out those things that will change those impossibilities. Here says, like, the literal ending, the suffering can the harrowing deathscape. Yeah, that's what she believes. Yeah, the idea, like, she can still make the choices between then before she gets to that destination, but still, like, I understand this is a culmination, I understand that. But I want you to be safe no matter what.
It is not destiny that shapes us, but we who shape destiny.
Oh my god, this is a big culmination, isn't it? This is a massive culmination.
The Astral Express
What are we doing?
and the Stellaron Hunters are like light and shadow.
What?
We walk on different paths.
Oh, in the Sam Smith suit?
Moving forward and growing together. Maybe the end
What are
is
you doing?
predestined, but it is not today.
Oh, don't stop.
Human life is short, just like fireflies to a flame.
Oh my
So
god.
if you have an answer in your heart, always remember, don't leave with any regrets.
Oh, Stell.
We have this right.
What?
Don't we?
What are they doing right now? Oh my god, what? Oh, it's like a firework. It wasn't actually. Oh my god. But where is she?
Since you care so much about other people's safety,
This is.
why don't you go take a closer look?
What?
You see, Everything is possible in this land of dreams. We each
Oh
came
my
here with our own
God.
goals and realized them in unimaginable ways. Regardless,
Oh,
if
look
the
at them all looking
result
on.
was a sweet illusion or a
Oh, look
bitter
at my
reality.
RJD.
It was an answer we longed for, day and night.
Oh.
So, why do people choose to slumber?
Oh, look at them.
I think it's as you said.
Oh.
Because in the end, we will wake up from our dreams.
Oh my god. Did you see them flying together as well in the sky? Oh my, what are you doing? Honkai. They need to give me a rest after all that. Ship of fools. They need to give me a rest after all that. They really do.
I happened to see a child holding it. He said the flowers were prepared by Aunt Jessie for the watchmaker and the war comrade he'd missed his whole life.
I think along this journey we've made so many like different connections with people, but like Firefly and the connection we have with her is like equal parts like heartbreaking and equal parts like, you know, absolutely beautiful at the same time too. She's a character that I like adore so much, and the journey that she's been on has been so incredible. She's so well written as a character. I kind of want to save the clip just so we can watch it back at some points too. At least we can have it always. I feel like a big part of Penacony is even like, you know, it rests on Firefly's shoulders and her story as well. Another story of freedom and choosing your path. This music is gorgeous, by the way. It's so gorgeous. And the music during that scene was so gorgeous too. I feel like it's such a huge part of that journey is Firefly's story, in the sense that like she at all times is just has a desire to be able to choose what she gets to do with her life and to live as Firefly. And it's not only the journey that she's been on that makes the scene so important to me, it's also like her relationship with Stell. While the Stellar Hunters always supported her all the time, I feel like this was the final spark, meaning a Trailblazer, to really make her like want to find this freedom for herself and to be able to be herself. And I feel like Stell like really opened that up for her, and their friendship means so much to me. Like seeing them together in the sky together was so incredible, with that music in the background and everyone looking up at them, and it'll even Sparkle like playing a prank with their fireworks as well, by the way. I don't think I'm ever really gonna get over it, honestly. Such an incredible sequence, honestly. Like, honestly, I'm just gonna have to watch it again later on to really, just being honest, to get kind of a, to read everything she said again as well, because, like, obviously, like, I don't want to miss a single thing. It was super, super emotional. I hope you guys don't mind me, because I know we're getting into, like, other stuff here as well. I know it's, like, usually I go along with the ride, but I know for a fact that, like, if Acheron's here, we're getting some big story aspects too, so I'm gonna take, like, a little bit of a break, and I'll be back in, like, 5 minutes. I need to be prepared for what's coming after this as well. I really do. That to me was, it really felt like it was Firefly's, true culmination, and it didn't end with a death, right? It didn't end with her saying goodbye, and I think that's, like, the most important, part of all of this, is that this wasn't a, this wasn't, obviously, like, it was emotional and it was impactful, and obviously it turns out, I think, like, what they're trying to say is that it wasn't a bomb after all, it was fireworks. So once again, just a mass fool type of thing going on here, but, such an incredible, incredible moment. We talk about Firefly's journey all the time, and one of the huge aspects of her journey has been being able to choose her own path. And we saw, like, with her past, with the stuff with, like, Glamoth and stuff like this. She was born told to not choose a path, and it only made her strive to want to choose her own path. And while she understands, I think it's so important, she says, like, yes, I know, like, there will be, like, death at the end of this. There will be a conclusion. But in the meantime, I want to choose where I go, what I do. Outside of the script, I want to be able to make choices for myself. And I feel like there's, like, some sort of beautiful symbolism to the idea of, like, her carrying us as Sam and then changing to Firefly and all this stuff too, because it's almost like escaping that cage while still also in understanding that Sam can, like, also be beneficial, I guess, in ways too. But such a gorgeous scene. I'm never gonna forget that. I don't think I ever could. Oh. Firefly as a character to me is someone I would die for, honestly. So to have her, like, have that culmination, and the culmination she deserves, it means so much to me. It really does. It means so much to me. And the fact that, like, her and Stella got to embrace each other amongst these fireworks as well. To me, it really felt like, as I said, like, Firefly has her family. She has the Stellar Hunters who support her so much. But I really feel like meeting Stella was, like, the final key to understanding that, meeting a Trailblazer and becoming best friends with a Trailblazer. Because that's what they are. They're best friends. And being able to meet each other really helped her out so much. And, like, that embracing of each other from the start. Sel was watching on, like, nearly like me as well, like, legitimately nearly, like, crying as well. Sel was legitimately nearly crying. I was in tears. Such a beautiful moment. Nothing but incredible. I have nothing but good things to say about this, honestly. Music in the background was so gorgeous as well. And now here we have, by the way, another emotional thing happening with, which I do think that they need to learn how to, like, pace this, because they'll be like, here's the most emotional thing you've ever seen. By the way, how about this as well? It's like, give me a break. We have May here, Acheron, at Tiernan's grave, clearly. I happened to see a child holding it. He said the flowers were prepared by Aunt Jessie for the watchmaker and the war comrade he'd missed his whole life.
Mikhail would place 2 bunches of flowers here year after year. And after he left, it became 3. Your wishes will always be remembered by someone.
I just, like, because I'm so emotional about the Firefly stuff, I forgot about the bouquet of flowers being left to someone's grave being a symbol of never forgetting someone. I completely forgot about that.
Now Penacony, as you hoped, has welcomed the dawn after a long, dark night.
Dear Lord.
The path forward may not be a bed of roses, but at least people are prepared to step forth towards freedom.
Yep. It's not going to be perfect, but there's still people who have a bigger will. We've seen this now, where people started versus where people ended. They have a way better understanding of themselves and the world around them and where they want to go. From Aventurine to Firefly, to even to Stell, you know what I mean? They all have a better understanding of their, who they are, and embracing the idea of, like, of getting rid of that cage. Robin as well. Hopefully Sunday after this too.
Tiernan, you can go home
So
now.
sad. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's so sad at the same time.
while the Nameless are also preparing for the next stop.
I'm not ready. What? Of course we had to go talk to May. Of course we did. Like, how could we, like, avoid her?
But before leaving, we still have one last thing to do.
Sure. To say goodbye to you. Oh, the trio.
It is my honor. I've said many goodbyes. Yet I am glad that this is the first time I speak these words with a smile.
Dear Lord. May's character, she said before that she's forgotten so many people and she wishes to forget so many things as well. She's been lived through a sometimes very horrible times, and the idea that like the Astrid Express, the Trailblazers are the first time that she gets to be happy about saying goodbye to someone. Which should never be a dark moment, right? It should never be that.
But before leaving, I'm sure you all have plenty to say to the Nameless of the past.
They'd be so proud of these guys. They'd be so proud of them. I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well at all.
A fitting end to the tale of the departed. One could not ask for a better farewell. Go on. They're all here.
Oh, we actually have to do it like manually? All these people are gathered around here too? Say goodbye to Tiernan, Mike, and Gallagher. So Gallagher's just gone, by the way. Oh, that's gonna be Gallagher.
A fitting end to the tale of the departed. One could not ask for a better farewell. Go on. They're all here.
I thought this was just gonna be like an epilogue. You know what I mean? Like it's just like kind of like a everything wrap. I know this is everything wraps up, but like, you know what I mean? I didn't know it was gonna be this heavy.
That statue.
Sorry for I'm sniffling right into the mic.
time.
Jesus Christ.
Looks like this is the last riddle that Mr. Gallagher left for us. In the end, we still failed to figure out his true identity, or if he was even a living person.
So we didn't truly understand him in the end.
What should I say? I mean, this guy is definitely a history fictionologist, all right. I'm suddenly reminded of the time at the theme park when he said he was only 13 years old. Could that have meant something too?
Wait, like he was actually like 13?
Either way, he's an enigmatic character for sure.
Why does like seeing just Downhog and March 7 together also make me emotional?
At least our journey together in Penacony was real enough. And his loyalty and love for this land must have been real too, right?
Yeah. A toast. Honestly, no, like he was a very real character. Is that the drink we made earlier?
Gallagher, we raise a toast
Even
to
Downhog's
you,
dead
the
now.
slumbering hound. To the festival's invitation, to all lies and the singular truth.
March, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful.
If we ever meet again, please don't talk in riddles.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh my god. Yeah, it's such an interesting point to make. Like, you know, that we don't fully know Gallagher fully. We don't honestly understand him like fully either. But he was still someone like who like got this whole ball rolling, right? For sure. Let's say goodbye to the Nameless.
Honestly, when I heard the conductor's request, I was pretty surprised. The Nameless. Those who trailblaze, doing good deeds but never seeking recognition. After all this time, how would we even find those three people in such a vast place like Penacony?
I love that March is taking like center point on this as well, by the way, these goodbyes.
But it seems, in the land of the dreams, anything is indeed possible.
Yep.
History may not remember the names of the dead, but the stars will attest to their journeys.
I feel like that's like saying that, like, you know, the ripples in the water, right? They're leaving behind something.
The first glimmer of light in the prolonged night often illuminates little, as it is fleeting and the darkness too vast.
Look at these three. I can't every time I see them together.
But because of this, people
I'm so
will
sorry about
remember.
Sniffles, guys.
As long as something shines in the night sky, then when the first star falls, countless more will follow, streaking across the horizon.
It's so beautiful. Another toast.
Brooklyn Tiernan, Rosalina Jane Estella, we raise a toast to you, trailblazers of the Silver Rail.
I think it's beautiful that, like, at least for this part, like, Himiko and Welt are allowing the Trailblaze, you know, youngins to, like, do this.
A toast to history that no longer remains silent. The passionate and courageous pursuit, and a voyage that traverses the stars.
Really beautiful stuff. Saying goodbye to all these characters here, honestly. And I had to say goodbye to Micah. To like, Mikhail. To Misha, my son. To my son. Yeah, this is a really beautiful moment here. It's actually very like they're taking it slow. They're letting you embrace every single part of this as well. Oh, this Micah. I thought they were saying like Misha, about Micah the Gravekeeper. I forgot about Micah, honestly. I thought they were like saying some fancy name for like Misha or something. I was like, what?
Is the Astro Express ready to depart Penacony?
I don't think so. I think we're gonna stay here for the next 10 years with Firefly.
Apologies, Mr. Mika, that we are only now bidding you farewell.
Oh, that's all right. You've all done so much for the Watchmaker, and we are forever indebted. Allow me, as the representative of Dreamflux Reef, to make another toast to all the
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you so much.
What will the people of Dreamflux Reef do now?
Many will continue to live here. Those accustomed to being awake will mostly have a hard time getting used to a life of darkness with their eyes closed. Though the order has faded, there must be someone to watch over this primal memory zone. Penacony's nights are long, and there are many who are still far from a good night's sleep. As for the sweet dream over there, we're still managing without it, aren't we?
A toast.
Mika and residents of Dreamflux Reef, we raise a toast to you. Watchers of the long dream.
There's like I know I keep saying, but there's something so special to me that like the five of us are like together, you know, as a family, kind of like going around doing this stuff. Like it really means much more.
To your tenacity throughout time, to each sorrowful night, and to the dawn that is finally upon us.
Now we have to say goodbye to Mikhail, goodbye to Misha. My son. Oh, God. The hound stands by the side of the old man, its head held high, as if basked in its former glory. It gazes at you, its solid form dissolving to a sticky memoria, its eyes retaining a skeptical glow. Even after the hound disappeared, its lingering sanguine sight does not continue to sound steadily. The hound must still be lurking somewhere in Penacony. If you want to get rid of its gaze, you may need to locate its whereabouts first. Is this a mini game or something? I just saw it as them watching over from Mikhail. Oh God.
In the end, we still came full circle.
Truly.
This trailblazing expedition started from the moment you and a bellboy ran into each other. After going on a journey of many twists and turns,
Bring back my son.
they still ended up where they started.
Bring back my son.
Just like a clock's hands that turn round and round, the start and end of each day will always land on 12 o'clock. The advent of time moving forward. There shouldn't be much left to say. This entire adventure started because of you, and should naturally end.
Is she comparing it to the natural process of time, like, you know, again, because like 12 a.m. to 12 a.m., right? And she's saying, like, you know, it begins and ends with Mikhail here in Penacony.
And then, a new page will be turned.
A toast. And then again, that's the idea with the Trailblazers, moving on. We have to turn the page. We can't linger for too long. This is the drink we made, right?
Mikhail Char Legwork, we raise a toast to you, watchmaker of the land of the dreams, nameless of the Astral Express. To Penacony's
Look
past,
at this.
present, future, and the child's unwavering dream unto death.
Like literally what we're looking at here is all like the current Trailblazers looking at one of the original Trailblazers, toasting him.
With that, our duty as nameless should be complete, right?
Here, right?
The trailblaze can illuminate the way. But ultimately, the future of a world belongs to those who live in it.
Why is everything Donhong says so like spiritual and like very like impactful? I think he's saying here that like, yeah, like a trailblaze can like show everyone how to move forward and show everyone like, because again, we can't stay here. Whilst that's what Mikhail did before, we can't stay here and show people what to do. We have to just like help out, show the path forward, and then they have to choose to live in it. We can't give them any more help.
I still feel that Mr. Mikhail must have really wanted to witness this day himself.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
What's on your mind, March?
Oh my god, asking her like your daughter, like her freaking daughter.
Just a strange feeling. I had it a few stops ago, but it's super strong this time.
What is the feeling?
Why not talk about it? Maybe everyone's thinking the same thing.
Oh my god, mom and dad. Mom and dad right now.
I can't help but think that whether it's Mr. Mikhail, Mr. Tiernan, or Madame Rosalina, their lives must have been long, and they must have experienced plenty of stories.
True.
They were also young once, stumbling and bumbling around just like us, getting into scraps and mischief, that sort of stuff. Companions, enemies, journeys, adventures, all the sad and happy memories. The everyday that we're used to. They've lived through them too.
This is a beautiful way of putting it as well. Like, yeah, it's like literally like all the like the first of all scraps and mischief. That's definitely us for sure. All the friends we've made, the fights we've had, the places we've gone to. They've done the same thing we have.
But those things are all in the past.
Yeah. Time will wash away everything, so treasure the present. One day our stories will also be part of the past. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's the precise thing I can't let go of.
That's it. It's difficult to think about in any way that like March and Donhong and Stell could be talked about in like, and Welton and Himiko could be talked about in like the past tense. Like, oh, they were great. Oh, they were fantastic. Oh, they were heroes. Because even thinking about that just makes me like want to die. I can't think of it that way. I can't. That sounds so heartbreaking.
It'll be easier to understand if I use an analogy. Like when you're reading a book. If one of its characters keeps running into obstacles and experiences an ending full of regrets, we're bound to feel a bit mixed about it, right?
I can understand, but I feel mixed too. No matter what, that is very hard to accept. You won't be affected as long as you don't live vicariously through them. So she's saying that like when you're reading a book and the character is running the obstacles, experiences ending full of regrets. Right, it's not a happy ending. It's not an ending where they got to see everything they want to. Yeah, it's very hard to accept.
Because we've seen every nook and cranny of their lives, we see these people as special.
So true, so true.
So, even if there are parts of it that aren't really realistic nor logical, we still hope that their story gets a good ending when it comes. But what if they and we aren't really that special?
so is March legitimately thinking like, what if like our ending is full of regrets? What if we don't get to see what we want to see? Because again, I think I understand what she's saying when she said it from our perspective when we're looking back on all these characters and we can see like on the grand scheme of things, we can go, oh my god, the stuff Mikhail did was incredible. The stuff that like, Tiernan did was incredible. But like, let's just be real here. Like before they passed on in the living world at the very least, they didn't get to fully witness the things that they wanted to witness fully at all, They had to, the regrets were erased, not erased, but like were avenged, I guess you could say, post-life, And I wonder if March is saying now, like, it's like, what if like, we don't get to have that ending? What if we have an ending full of regrets?
When Mr. Mikhail sat in this chair, waiting for the Astral Express to arrive every day, what was he thinking? And if, at the end of his life, he could still firmly say he had no regrets...
This is so, like, stunning from March here.
Then, what is this regret we feel in our hearts right now?
Jesus, dude.
I think each and every one of us is searching for the answer to this very question. The universe is vast, and our lives are but specks. The trailblaze never ends, but against the backdrop of the cosmos, the average person's lifelong journey is merely a short stretch.
So the idea of the trailblaze lives on no matter who is trailblazing it. But everyone's life is just a short, is only here for a short time. It's like it's a speck amongst like this gigantic backdrop.
But it is in this minuscule distance that paths cross and countless worlds connect. The universe may not remember every person who leaves a tie along the silver rail, but we will.
Yes. The bouquet of flowers. Going back always to the bouquet of flowers. What we should understand is these characters here, oh my god, that no matter what happens to us in the end, we have made a life where people will remember us forever. That someone will put that bouquet of flowers there. And yeah, not everyone's going to remember Mikhail. Not everyone's going to remember Tiernan. Not everyone's going to remember Rosalina. Not everyone's going to remember these people. After we go, not everyone will remember March, but Don Hung will. Not everyone's going to remember, Estelle, but like you'll see this. I guarantee you that like the members of the Stellar Hunter will. I guarantee you a lot of people will around the world.
As long as we remember, their stories will never end.
Yes. Keeping it alive, keeping those things alive forever. Beautiful stuff.
And what Mr. Mikhail has left for us is his answer to this very question. It may not be perfect, but it left a smile on this storied, jaded old Nameless's face at the end of his life.
I'm so sorry for sniffling so much, guys. Yeah, the story isn't perfect. But at least there's a smile on her face at the end, right?
And its meaning will be interpreted by those who come after.
Yeah, it's just like we have for Mikhail, Tiernan, and Rosalina, you know what I mean? And again, when our journey ends, whoever's trailblazing us, and again, I can't even thinking about this makes me so sad. The idea of like the other trailblazers being like, oh yeah, Don Hung was like, he did such amazing things on the Xian show, in Bibra Lune. March finally found out about her past and all this stuff, and like all this stuff March did, all this stuff with Himiko and Stell and Pom Pom and Welt did. Like, we're gonna seem like larger than life beings, our characters, when we're gone, even though for us we feel like we're just like small specks on this map.
It's not the answer that's important, but what we can learn from others' answers, right?
That interpretation.
This is what trailblazing is.
Oh my god. I love that, like, again, Himiko took the time for March to talk about this.
Sure.
Oh, look. Oh my god, the sun herself.
I'm really sorry for bringing down the
No,
vibe.
it's so important that you talked.
Don Hung, tell us a dad joke to lighten.
No, he's saying we need to wallow. We need this. We need this moment.
It's never a bad thing to reflect.
Yes.
One day we'll all have to face our own failures.
Yes. And I think it's so beautiful in the context of this to like look at what the trailblazers that came before us were and how they're interpreted and how we interpret them, to also understand and come to terms with the idea that one day we will also have to say goodbye, and then our journey is going to be interpreted afterwards as well. This is trailblazing. It's going to keep going. The trailblaze goes on.
But before that, we still have a long way ahead of us together.
I swear to God, in the next region, these three better be together. If they are not, I'm gonna like pick up my console. I'm not gonna break it. I might just shout with it because I don't want to. I want to keep playing, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm gonna be very upset.
So the most important thing right now is to tell the conductor what we saw in Penacony. Then prepare ourselves for our next trailblazing
And that's
destination.
it. That's it. First of all, Himiko's gorgeous here. You know, I feel like she's just the perfect character design. But can I say that, like, genuinely, like, I think that, like, this is the perfect line. Our next trailblazing destination. That's what we have to do. We have to continue to do it. Like, we could have stayed in Balebog for another year. We could have stayed in Xianzhou for another year. We would have been welcome there. We could stay here in Penacony for another year. You think anyone's going to kick us out? No. We could stay here just like the other trailblazers did. But again, like, the part of being a trailblazer is moving on. And like Don Hong said earlier, we gave everyone the path of the trailblaze here. We gave them the freedom to move forward, whether that be with like Firefly or with the help of like everybody, what we did here in Penacony. But we can't, you know, I said it before, I can, you know, it's that Biffy Clyro line. I can only help you see the moon. You can touch it, but that's up to you, you know? That always like means so much to me. You know, people say you can lead a horse to war, but you can't make it drink. But I feel like that's always like more crass. I like to say, I love the Biffy Clyro line because to me it's like, I've shown you this like opening, this new way of freedom and the life that you can have and all this stuff. And I've helped you with this aspects. But it's up to you if you want to reach out there and, you know, moonshot type thing, you know? If you want to look at the End Flying song as well, as another good example.
I should get back to the Express. Or maybe I could say my final goodbye to Acheron.
Game, I need you to understand something. If you had a face, I would shout in it. Optional, say goodbye to Acheron. In what world do you think that's optional? In what universe? In what planet? Where are you from? Where do you live? Where do you get off? I'm pressing square, by the way, because like I literally was playing Genshin before this. Sorry, it happens. Like I'm playing Genshin and a bunch of other games too, so like the buttons overlap, for sure. Yeah, that's a beautiful moment. Like what I love about that scene personally the most is just like that. March felt like really in my interpretation of the scene is like in a very somber way. Felt like, look, we can look at all these characters from our perspective afterwards. We can interpret what they meant and what they wanted and all their regrets. Yes, we were able to absolve them of regrets at the end of all this because we were able to find their dream bubble. But why does it still feel so regretful at the end of this? And I love just on the base level of her asking Himiko and Welt this question and the rest of the Trailblazers this questions. It means so much to me because, again, this is a family. And there's no silly questions. Even this is not even a silly question, but it's one of those things where like Himiko took the time to like, you know, calm her down and explain like what my interpretation of what Himiko was saying as well is that this is what we do. We impact people's lives. We do major stuff on different planets. We do some, you know, we trailblaze basically. And then the memory, yes, the thing is eventually we will go, you know, but the impact we had on people's lives, those ripples, that bouquet of flowers, it's never going to be lost on us. Just like we interpret Mikhail's life and see him as like, you know, this grand thing again. To him, he was just like a person trying to do what was right and do what's best. But to us, he's like a gigantic hero, someone we remember. The same with Tiernan, the same with Rosalina. We have these stories that we interpret them, and eventually we will be up to interpretation as well. And I think it's important what Himiko said because it's so true. Our lives are not about being sentimentally sentient. Yes, we make friends and we make lives better, and we make those ripples in the water that people remember forever. But like everything, the Trailblaze has to move on. We have to move on, and after we're gone, the Trailblaze will move on as well. And I think what Mark said at the end is like it's what you mostly get from others as well, not just like what you get at the end of this journey, but like I think what was going to be so beautiful, I think it's sad, but it's beautiful. Whatever trailblazers come after this, like, you have some shoes to fill, but also at the same time too, they're going to be like interpreting us as well. For sure. Acheron, May.
Do you still remember when we first arrived in Penacony? Who would have thought our paths would cross in such a way?
Oh my god, who exactly are you? So we're going to ask that question?
Come to think of it, I didn't even get a chance to formally introduce myself. Simply put, I'm a self-annihilator who was cursed by the Nihility. My hometown was destroyed a long time ago, and the whole world was erased beneath their shadow.
So this is kind of like, we've kind of gotten like little bits and pieces about this. But yeah, she's self-annihilator, cursed by Nihility, her hometown was destroyed. Jesus Christ, imagine having like your whole town destroyed beneath the shadow of Nihility.
In order to fight against the cruel end of self-destruction, I went on a journey in search of a way to sever the chains of the Nihility. After a long and grueling search, I am convinced that my destination lies within the depths of the dark web, where reality and the Nihility are separate.
So we knew she's trying to sever the chains of Nihility, but she's obviously saying it like in a very direct form here as well. So it lies within where reality and Nihility are separate.
In there lurks a secret called Device 9. One day, I'll reach it.
I 100% hope you will. And you fulfill what you want. As long as you're safe, of course. Will we meet again?
The ocean of stars is vast. And given our destinations, I'm afraid our paths may
Don't say
not
that.
cross again.
Don't try that. Don't even try that with me.
But the trailblazing expedition ahead is always full of unknowns.
Yeah.
And my blade is sharp enough to sever fate. As long as we maintain our original resolve, I believe there will come a day where we will meet again.
I hope. I genuinely hope. Have you ever met before?
In that case, I must apologize for my rudeness. Do you remember when we first met? I once said you reminded me of an acquaintance.
I think so. I remember you saying this.
Because of the Self-Annihilator's curse, my memories are stripped away, blurring my past. And after our journey together, what I originally thought were familiar feelings were merely illusions.
Yeah. So I think she's saying...
I believe this was truly our first meeting.
So... Wait, what the hell? With this as our first meeting, we can consider our next meeting to be a reunion. What if that wasn't an illusion? Should we ask this first? Or should we say this first? Which one do we say first? Because can I say that, like, but this seems like it's the end? I'm not sure, because both of them seem like the end. She thinks that it was just like a blur, like maybe like she thought she knew us?
That's right. What matters more is not who I am, but what we have done together. This story will forever be etched in my heart.
I hope she doesn't forget us. I really hope. Should we ask this again?
Because
and then ask the other one?
Self-Annihilator. What do you mean? It's improbable that you've crossed paths with my past self. What I mean is, there is nothing left to retrace there. Only Nihility.
I think I might have seen someone like you. Wait, what?
I see. You've also had a similar experience? Then you should know that this me and your memory of me are not the same person.
Okay, but some things will never change. With the red text?
Long ago, I too was like you, with irreplaceable companions. We also embarked on journeys, making the best choices we could, whenever we could. Unfortunately, we didn't achieve the outcome we wanted. But moments like this make me feel like they never even left.
So we remind her of those times, that feeling that she had when she was with her companions. That's why I wanted her to come with us forever. I know she has her own thing to do, that's the only thing.
In this universe, there exist countless worlds that are similar yet different. and countless people who are alike yet distinct. I too have wandered alone.
It's music.
Encountering acquaintances on strange worlds, seeing their silhouettes overlap with my past. In your opinion, what does this déjà vu mean?
Perhaps some sort of sentimental attachment, the wish to return to the past, a longing for a certain someone. This is a beautiful thing to say. I don't know. It's a beautiful thing to say.
Attachment, desire, longing. They may all be right, but they are all incomplete.
I love standing here with Acheron. So she's saying here that, like, she's saying I've encountered all these things, and it seems like they're like silhouettes of my past. I guess that's what she's saying. So like it seems like, a déjà vu feeling, I guess.
I believe it's not something external, but something that originates within us. An emotion that traverses time from a certain moment of our past to reach us.
So it's something that, like, from the past is coming to try and reach you. Okay, that's a really beautiful sentiment as well.
Perhaps it's a source of warmth and happiness. Or maybe it brings pain and sorrow. Each time we reminisce on our past, we always seem to notice a tiny but unforgettable instant that we left behind us, along with certain other things that remain constant throughout.
Sorry, I'll keep rereading this stuff as well, because I feel like I don't want to miss the thing that she's saying here. So she's saying that, like, these feelings that come to like visit us, they bring a lot of different feelings, like that happiness or that sorrow. But we notice different things that we left behind before, and then stuff that will always remain the same, no matter what.
That is a summary of our lives, encapsulating everything about us in these moments. Proof of our shared path.
So she sees these moments of these silhouettes as like a proof that she traveled with somebody.
Within them, we glimpse our own essence, and thus, we truly exist.
Okay.
Just like everyone in this story, hurtling onwards along the path of destiny with passion and courage for the things that breathe meaning into their lives. Set forth on your voyage without hesitation, Nameless, on the path of the trailblaze.
Acheron.
Even if the ending has been predetermined, that's fine. There are countless things that humans cannot
Yes, and
change.
once again, the idea of predetermined endings.
But before that, on the road towards the end, there are still many things.
Yes, just like Firefly was saying as well, right? There's still stuff we could do. 100%.
And because of this, the end will thus reveal a completely different meaning.
Oh my god, I love this, the idea that even if it's the same end, the journey we had along the way will change the meaning of that ending.
This is the meaning of journey.
Love it. Absolutely adore her as a character. Absolutely adore her.
All those things, beautiful before, are still so now. And I believe
She's getting so emotional with us as well, you know?
it will still bloom at the end of the nihility. Until we meet again beneath the sun's
Oh my
rays.
god. This is her from like a different incarnation of her, right? From the past as well. Before her run-in with Nihility, right? Oh my freaking god. Wait, like what? I wasn't ready to say goodbye to Acheron, because Acheron seems to, once again, we had like a very, as usual, Acheron, we have these very somber conversations, these very interesting conversations, but it seems like what she was saying to me was like that, like, she's coming to terms with this like feeling that she has constantly of these silhouettes in her past that come to visit her. Instead of feeling haunted by it, it's a feeling of that, like, these are proof that I have traveled, that I have existed. And she then turns it around on us as well to give us kind of an inspirational feeling as well, which is like, yes, I know that you've, that, you know, there's nothing we can do about the end, right? The ending is probably going to be the same place that you're going to end up no matter what in some place. It's constant. At least that's what she believes. But the journey along the way will change the meaning of that. And I think that's true. Like, if you say, like, I'm going to give an example. I know you don't need an example, but like for me as well, if you end this whole story with beside Don Hong and March, fighting against the nuke, right? If that's the ending of the story, that ending means something different. If along the way we never got to be friends with March and Donghang, we stayed distant, we only treat them as colleagues. You know what I mean? That ending feels different, and that's why I always say about any choices. It's like, you know, yeah, like I went to the shop today. You know, I went to buy some milk in the shop. That journey that you went on is so different, and and the whole ending you have is different. If like you went with Jack or Tom, you know what I mean? It's a different thing because that choices you make along the way make that ending mean something more different, more beautiful as well. And then we had Acheron showcasing, like, again, I guess what happened to her before the Nihility, what she looked like before the Nihility, took her whole, shadowed her, and like then took her whole village as well. A really beautiful moment. A really stunning moment once again. But then this whole episode's been full of absolutely stunning moments. You okay, Pom Pom?
There. Chin up, Pom Pom. Don't be sad.
Let's not be sad.
Don't cry.
Wow. Your method of consolation is truly unsophisticated.
I think she's trying her best.
Still better than just standing there like a scarecrow.
Why is Pom Pom upset? Is March picking on Pom Pom again? She would never. What happened?
Hey, you're finally back.
Yeah, we had a chat with Acheron.
We told Pom Pom all about our adventure.
Oh, are you serious?
They suddenly started crying.
Oh.
I've never seen Pom Pom so sad.
Is it about the former Trailblazers?
The conductor never cries. Pom Pom is never sad.
It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be sad.
Pom Pom is just angry.
Angry?
Yeah, angry.
Oh, are you sure?
No matter where the express stops, you always manage to cause chaos. My well-thought-out timetable completely ignored. If you carry on like this, the express is gonna run out of fuel.
Genuinely love this. This is so fun.
That's right. Pom-Pom is just
There it is. There it is.
It's not because of Misha, Tiernan, Rosalina, and the rest.
It's okay to be sad about this. I love that like Papa's like doesn't want to seem like sad, so they make up this whole thing of why they're angry. It's okay to be sad. This is a big deal. It's a really big deal. It's totally okay.
It's okay. Oh, Pom Pom, just let it all
100%. It's so much better to just let it all out.
Everyone, could you all take a break in the next car? Don't worry. I'll stay here with Pom Pom.
No, 100%. That, again, I love that they like had this as well because once again, it shows those ripples. Look how much those characters affected Pom Pom. Look how much they meant to Pom Pom. You know what I mean? Like on a different level to us again. Once again, it's like yes, they all reach that end, that same destination. Those characters. But like again, I really feel like again, you know, it's symbolic with the bouquet of flowers or the ripples in the water. This is one of those ripples. Forever to be remembered by Pom Pom in this way.
But
Let's go, March.
Okay, let's head on. Let's head on. Is everything gonna be okay?
It's okay.
Oh, it's the same thing she said before. So you have to go to the next cart as well, I guess. I wonder what's gonna happen in like the last moments of this, right? Are the trio gonna hang out together?
I never
And Dad?
expected Pom Pom would be so distraught.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like, you know, like, I feel like Pom Pom's the constant on the trailblazing mission, right? Definitely the constant.
Those three nameless must have meant a lot to Pom.
Right. 100%.
No one knows exactly when Pom Pom boarded the Express, but one can surmise that their journey has been filled with many hellos and goodbyes.
Yes.
Probably more than we can imagine.
100%. Like, again, like was, you know, and I know it's a sad thing to say, while eventually, like, you know, a lot of us pass on, Pom Pom has, like, you know, been here for a while.
The fact that they're crying so hard is probably a good sign. It proves that Pom Pom's emotions haven't
Very
become
true.
dulled by the grind of time. They still deeply cherish every nameless who has boarded the Express and value every journey shared with them.
100%. I think that's like such a great way to put it. And it also shows the Pom Pom has like, you know, again, like I said, those ripples. They remember these characters as well, and that's a good thing.
Leave it to Himiko. When it comes to comforting, There's no
Oh, I
one
believe
better
it.
on the Express.
I believe it. Pom Pom said we might run out of fuel.
Well, they were a little emotional at the time, but I'm afraid that's not out of
Oh,
the
for
question.
real? We might run out of fuel?
Since you joined us, the Express has stayed longer than anticipated
Oh.
at every stop along the way. And to ensure that everyone always makes it back on board, Pom Pom has had no choice but to delay the warp jump schedule.
So there's still some anger over our over scheduling and stuff like that.
I see. No wonder I can regularly hear Pom
Aw.
Pom pacing anxiously up and down the corridor.
Pom Pom thinking about the fuel. Again, there's a lot of logistical stuff that goes into like manning a full, train, space train.
Turns out Pom Pom's been silently putting in a lot of work for us.
I always believed this though. I always believed that Pom Pom was working behind the scenes, right? Like they keep this whole thing running.
Different from typical vehicles, the Astral Express converts every trailblaze into the energy it needs to run.
Wait, really?
Ideally, as long as trailblazing expeditions continue without interruption,
Oh.
the Express will receive a constant flow of energy, much like a perpetual motion machine.
That's so interesting. So like we just have to continue trailblazing to keep this going.
But because of our previous encounters, fuel is being used up much faster than expected. We can probably only pull off 2 more warp jumps at most.
Are you saying this game is ending after 2 more warp jumps?
Only 2 more? Isn't that super risky? I don't want to become an ice cube floating around.
Oh, Marge, we'd never let that happen. Never. At least you'll be an adorable ice cube. Following these must return to roots. No, I don't want to say either of these. I mean, she will be an adorable ice cube, but like...
When you put it like that, it doesn't actually sound too bad.
No, she's such a mood. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be frozen forever, but you're going to be cute. Oh. Not too bad.
But I don't even want to become an adorable ice cube floating around in space
I
again.
know.
Which also means that we must prudently consider our next destination.
Yes, I've already checked the astral charts. The 2 nearest worlds to us are the oceanic planet of Lushaka and the agate world, Melustanen.
Which one are we choosing?
As for which one we're headed to, that still...
I'm done with voting. What do you choose, Walt?
Or perhaps you might consider a suggestion.
Oh.
Everyone, we meet again.
Black Swan here? Oh my freaking god.
It's you! Why were you just in my room?
She was in Marge's room?
It's a very cute room,
It is cute.
Miss March. Just like
That doesn't mean you
me.
can intrude in Marge's room. Black Swan, what are you doing here? You gotta respect Marge.
Memo Keeper, let's put aside how you managed to sneak past everyone and board the Express for now. You mentioned a suggestion.
I accidentally overheard how the Express obtains fuel.
Accidentally, quote unquote.
I just wanted to chat with everyone to see if we could work together. But now, it appears my suggestion could be the very lifeline that saves everyone.
Honestly, let's go. Let's go.
Please speak candidly. Depending on what you say, we could very well ask you to disembark.
Don Hong, I love how serious he's being here.
Ah, the Permanence's descendant. What a charming little dragon. Especially with those mired memories of yours.
Be nice to Don Hong.
But I digress. If the Astral Express is in urgent need of a special trailblazing expedition to recharge its engine, have you all considered this? Perhaps your destination could be a world that even the renowned Akivili never reached.
Wait, so like it's an unknown world?
Should you be able to lay down a new stretch of silver rail, the Express may never have to worry about energy ever again.
Wait, so like infinite jumps?
Trailblazing to a world that even Akivili has never been to? Is that possible?
Continue, Memo Keeper. This destination of which you speak, what sort of world is it?
A world that many across the universe don't even know exists. A world hidden away from outside
This sounds so interesting.
observation. Its presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection.
Oh my god, what could this be?
A world fettered by 3 paths, its destiny hanging in the balance.
I'm so curious about this now.
The Eternal Land, Amphorius.
Eternal Land, do you know this, Welt? Wait, let me see Welt's reaction. The Eternal Land Amphorius?
I hope I'm not too late, child.
Jade?
I wasn't expecting it to be you.
Oh, Sunday. And he doesn't sound like he's any, like, you know, he's ready to, like, give up on what he was thinking there, because listen to his voice.
Don't you know how many sentry posts the family has built? And how hard it is to get you out of here?
Wait, they're getting him out?
Looks like my time's up.
What do you mean? What time?
Negotiation, interrogation, or death.
I don't...
My fate lies entirely in your hands, Lady Bondage.
I don't think that... Well, actually, no, here's the thing. Like, on the death part of that, I don't think it's going to be death, but I think what she's actually... What Sunday's saying is actually kind of, like, very accurate to the IPC. Is, like, if an IPC member is trying to help me escape, it's like, either I have to negotiate with them, they're going to interrogate me for information, or they're going to kill me. The IPC aren't morally good, right?
The dance is done. Why bother with the compassionate pretense and give someone who's about to die the chance to talk?
Does he actually think he's going to die here?
Despite your fall from grace, you still look well. I'm very glad to see that you're so full of verve.
Do not insult my pride with half-veiled
Oh, he's still so bitter.
sarcasm. Have you specially come to see me just to sate your vile vanity?
Oh, of course not. I merely came to fulfill your younger sister's wishes.
What?
To offer you a generous trade. That is, if you're willing to accept.
What is this trade going to be? Oh, no, oh my god, his voice softens. The worry in his voice when he hears Robin's name.
To build a true haven where everyone can attain peace. That's the oath between you siblings.
Yes. To find true happiness.
If I told you there was still a chance to realize this vow, would you be willing to talk to me then?
In what way? In what way is this possible? Oh, he's thinking about it.
I recognize the gravity of this question, which is why you don't have to answer me right now.
Sure.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds.
She's just setting him
Sever
free.
your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is true.
Interesting to get a real perspective on the world outside of Penacony.
I will not accept your charity.
Dude, you hear in his voice how much bitterness is still there.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
So she's saying like, hey, like, don't see it as like an instant trade-off, right? Don't see it as charity. See it as eventually like I might get something out of this.
A word of advice for you before we part ways. A word of warning from someone who's been in your shoes before. Life is too short to miss out on golden opportunities.
Oh my god. That's the end? Buddha became a visitor? What? Robin's gonna be a visitor on the Express? Sparkle? Okay, Sparkle, come on now. I know she didn't actually try to blow Acheron up, but like, okay, come on, that last stunt. All these visitors hook up at the Express. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. All who wakes.
Nice.
Man. With new messages as well. All these different quests and all this stuff too. Discuss the next trip with the others as well. We're obviously not doing that right away, by the way. Of course, that's not what we're doing right away. But is there a visitor here? Is there any visitors here right now? Pom-Pom's over there. I guess I might have to reload the game and come back maybe to get the visitors or whatever. This epilogue, I think in terms of just like quality in general. And it's not an epilogue, it was like a final chapter. I think like was very like I don't think it's necessarily bad to say this. I think you guys might actually like agree with this as well. There was a lot of unexpected moments here, and I think that like in a way, like in terms of emotions and feelings and tone, at some points it was like, what am I supposed to be feeling here for a part? And then like towards the end, I was like, oh, okay, this is what this is. Because it started off kind of like in just like a very like jolly way. It got very tense. Then it got to like, you know, a very like emotional stuff with like Firefly. Then there was like some comedic moments with the bomb and stuff, I guess, too. And then it got into like a very serious moment, very sad stuff, and then very somber stuff. Like there was like emotions all over this. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just like one of those things where it's like it was like a roller coaster. You know what I mean? It's like all over the place of what we were feeling in every single moment. And like it ending on like just like a basically a cliffhanger of like talking to, you know, like this idea of maybe trying to fulfill Sunday's wishes and helping him escape. I actually think it's like really well done in that sense too. I really do. They did a great job in how they presented the last few moments of this too, and the goodbyes, and you know, the very like kind of like, I think it's not sinister but very cunning way that we had Black Swan be kind of like, well, maybe you could do this next on your trip, you know? Which I actually think was like a very, very cool, I think it was a really awesome way. I think it was really awesome, like, way of having her show up. And I feel like it's in a very Black Swan way, took over that entire conversation and led us down a different path entirely. So we have a lot to talk about here with this episode, and it was an incredible episode, I really think it was. But we're going to go bit by bit on some thoughts that I have here as well on this too. But really just an incredible moment and really a great way to cap off everything. As I said, it was an emotional roller coaster, but like I'm not really complaining about that either. We started off with the deal with Oti and Jade, and I actually thought that was such a masterful scene being done here, because it was basically like, you know, we thought that Jade was on the ropes, we thought that Oti had like this upper hand, but I really like thought it was interesting seeing Jade turn the whole thing around completely on its head, getting 30% of the shares within Penacony, and also giving 5% of the shares to basically the Astral Express and Himiko. So now, no matter what, Himiko is going to be on the board of directors, and there's nothing Oti can do about that. It means that basically the Astral Express can always like watch what the people of the family is doing at all times, and to avoid anything from happening ever again. So any meetings that happen, any decision that has to be made has to be informed of to the shareholders. And Himiko being one of those shareholders, you could not trust someone even better. But yeah, it was really incredible. Like, because again, I don't like Jade as a moral character, right? But as a character, like in terms of like how interesting she is, being able to turn this whole negotiation on its head in 2 seconds was pretty impressive. And she did that just by showcasing that, yeah, the IPC have a control of media, they have control of money, they have a control of everything. And I feel like it's one of those situations in this case where it's like whoever wins, everybody kind of loses. Now, the only benefit that really comes out of this that's really actually good is Himiko being able to watch over everything that happens in Penacony. That's actually good. And we have new friends in the IPC as well, we could say that also. The Firefly interaction with Jade was also like a really interesting moment too. And I feel like it was more just a case of like, you know, showcasing like, I think there's a cruelty in what Jade was doing, but also like there seems to be a means to an end that she wants out of all these wishes that she's giving to people. Like it's really shady stuff. Like you have the stuff with Dell, like finding out stuff about the girl and kind of manipulating her into like going out with them. You have the stuff with like the gambler and the stuff with the guy who's looking for the criminal this whole time. And it really is like this big costly endeavor that you wonder what Jade's going to get out of this, but she said at some point she will get something out of it. Now, she did say later on that like whatever she gets is all put back into the preservation, I think, in order for them to get for the Aeon War at the end. It adds to their cause at the end with the Aeon War. Jade knows that Firefly is a remnant of Glamott's cavalry. And she also knows that the entropy lost that Firefly has is actually like a failsafe that was created by them in order to like make sure there was like no evidence or I guess nothing left of them after they all died, I guess. So now that's what's happening. It's a failsafe that's kind of removing her from the world as well. And because the reason why they were able to do this is because no one saw Firefly as a human and no one saw any of these characters as humans. But Jade, as rightly says, like, you are humans, you're living, you're breathing, and Firefly obviously wants to continue that existence. And Jade kind of like hints at the fact that she might know a way to cure this, but there is a costly measure that goes along with this as well. It's clear that Jade wants like access to the Stellar Hunters. She wants to meet with the Stellar Hunters. And Jade knows that Firefly is like someone who wants to go against the script, who wants to get her own life in her own hands. So she's utilizing this as a way to like negotiate with her as well. And like the reason I think this has something to do again with the idea of the Nanook and the Aeon War is because I feel like the Celeron Hunters are also very focused on that. So a meeting between the two of them could obviously maybe be something that Jade sees as like beneficial, but also it's probably very hard to meet with the Celeron Hunters if you don't know a Celeron Hunter very well. And now she has someone fall into her lap as Firefly. She says to Firefly as well that like you and I are the same, which again I don't agree in morals and stuff like that, but what she meant is kind of like the IPC members are also like a ragtag group of people that came from all different walks of life that are now under one banner, just like you guys are. But again, I trust the Stellar Hunters more than I trust the IPC. The difference is obviously as well is that like I feel like also the IPC members they joined the IPC under duress. Like Aventurine and Topaz did not get a fair shake in terms of joining the IPC. They were manipulated, and it was also a thing where it's like, I say about those bad choices all the time. It's like, hey, I'm going to put a pencil in your hand. I'm going to jam it through your hand right now as they're tied down or something. Or you can say, Baba Booey to me. You know what I mean? Or you could say, that you love me. You know what I mean? Or you could say that I'm cute today, right? And it's like, there's no choice there, really. It's like, there is a choice, but at the same time, it's like a really horrible choice that, only benefits one person really in this sense too. I know you could say, well, they actually saved the lives of like, quote unquote, saved the life of Aventurine, quote unquote, saved the life of Topaz. But again, that's why it's not a choice. It's like either like you get out of slavery and you join the IPC, or you stay in slavery, quote unquote, because you still believe like the IPC is, just one step up from that as well. And the same with Topaz. But yeah, but you said there is a similarity there as well. And they divided the Emanator up into like these little rocks, and that's what gave it to them. That's what their power is. And again, all that stuff is going to go back into the war with the Aeons. This scene was really incredible. This scene was great. And I think it is just because like it's one of those things where like Firefly was looking for a hope. She was looking for some sort of avenue. So she went to Jade out of desperation. And Jade like sees that desperation and showcases how her like character is so cunning as well. She sees someone down in the luck and she goes, I can use this. And while you can say like, like in this moment, like there is going to be something mutually beneficial there with this like kind of like a supposed cure that could give to Firefly as well. And maybe later on negotiations between the Stellar Hunters and the IPC. It is also like a thing where I think that Kafka and Blade and, Silverwolf, the sad thing is I think they would go along with this if it was something that was like outside Elio's script, or maybe something that was like, Elio would approve of. I think they would go along with this for Firefly. And that's what makes it so sad is that like Firefly knows she could not click her fingers, but be like, hey, can you help me out with this? I could get something out of this. They probably would go along to this meeting. Yeah, they wouldn't let themselves get captured or anything, but they definitely would go along to this meeting because they do adore her so much as well. But yeah, really fantastic stuff after that as well. Firefly also had a conversation with us a little bit afterwards as well, which is also like really interesting too. And it was about how Elio... before we go any further, but that conversation with Jade and Firefly as well, I think there's also like a really big element there which shows like, Firefly understanding that like... But yeah, I think that scene between Jade and Firefly really kind of like had this really great contrast between the two like moral standings, and also it showed like how like manipulative and how like good at like this type of stuff Jade really is, but it also showed how strong Firefly is as well. And I really loved that scene as well. The dialogue is fantastic. My heart broke for Firefly. It was really interesting hearing Jade's perspective in that stuff as well. Really interesting scene. Firefly was then talking to us in a beautiful scene. I love when we're reunited with Firefly. It was like seeing an old friend. She was so happy to see us. Those moments are fantastic. She saw us and her eyes lit up, and our eyes lit up. They're besties. That's who they are. That's what Stella and Firefly are. They're besties. And it was this beautiful moment where like, like I said, it felt like two old friends who hadn't seen each other in years that were so excited to see each other, and they finally did get to see each other and talk to each other. I know it's only been a while, but like the last time they talked to each other was in like a dangerous situation. But yeah, beautiful stuff. And Elio told Firefly that this journey will tell her how to move on somehow. And Elio, I think, in his own way, is kind of like, trying to push her to like, find out what she needs as well. I know Elio will always prioritize, the battle with Nanook over everything, but I still also think that Elio like does care about Firefly in some way too, because she did kind of find her own way here in Penacony. And Firefly also said the reason she doesn't want to get into like the Kafka and all those involved is because this is a grudge between her and Fate. Like I said, I do think that Kafka would show up. I think she would. But I think it's also one of those things where, like, it's one of those things where, like, it's like, yeah, it's like, I know my brother would show up and beat you up, but I don't want to get him in trouble. You know what I mean? My brother would beat you up tomorrow, but I don't want to get him in trouble. You know, that kind of way. And I feel like there is, like, that trust there as well. She's, like, legitimately, like, in a very beautiful line says, like, like, the grudge is between me and Faith. It's between me and Fate. I don't want to get anyone else involved. Even though, as I said, and I love it that they would, the Stellar Hunters would do it tomorrow. They would. If it was dictated by Elliot that they could. Like, if it was outside the script. She tries to apologize to us, but I never would accept that. I think it's one of those situations where, like, that's all in the past. We can forget about all those white lies. Who cares about it? But I think it shows something about her character and how beautiful she is as a character, that she was, like, so willing to be like, I'm sorry about that. Even though, again, we wouldn't have cared that much. But it's the fact that she still thought about that. She thought about it for a while. And that to me showcases a person who has, like, a great respect for Stella as well. And showcases how good of a person she is also. Yeah, another really amazing scene. Their friendship means so much to me. It means so much to me as well. And of course the cops chase after her. I'm going to beat up those cops later on. Robin gives us a thank you from the stage. A really beautiful moment as well where, like, March and Stell get this thank you and they deserve it. While, like, there is a lot of lies that goes in between these two, and I'll stand by what I said, the people of Penacony deserve to know the truth about what happened. I know the consequences of the truth, by the way. I understand this. But, like, the idea that Penacony gets to just be a thing right now is kind of, it's not silly to me. I understand why they're doing it because, like, again, you're talking about, like, thousands, 100,000 people, is it, around there, like, getting misplaced almost instantly, but they deserve to understand the truth. And maybe if you could spin it in a way, I know that wouldn't work because panic would ensue, but, like, people deserve to know the truth about where they're living, how they're living. So still thanking the family and all these people, it made me feel so kind of, like, icky in a way, but I guess I understand what they're doing. Robin, again, I think it's a layer to her character. She's like this perfect beacon of hope to me. She's like a light that's shining in the darkness. But she's not like a perfect character. She's totally admitting that, like, she's also, like, doing the kind of, like, cover-up thing here as well. For in her eyes, the sake of the people as well. But then that just makes her more of a layered character. They gave us this boat that we're on here. The Field Spar. Pretty crazy. What a negotiation deal that was. But then, in that moment as we were cheering on everything, a moment that, like, I didn't know was going to be played off as kind of like a joke, but, like, I think it was more played off as, like, a very playful kind of, like, haha, got you type thing. Sparkle shows up out of nowhere and, like, whispers in her ear, you thought it was over, basically. I think that's what the line was, or something like that. And my heart stopped because I was like, is this what the plan is actually going to be? What's she going to do? Fantastic moment. Then we went into this, like, very, like, fun sequence where we had, like, this exploration of the ship trying to find these bombs. And I think what was great about this, again, is that, like, this wouldn't work in any other, I think it would work in other chapters if it was placed properly, but I think it was placed properly here is what I'm saying. It was kind of placed in a way that, like, we stopped Sunday, we stopped the order, all the negotiations are kind of done between Jade and OT, and all this stuff. And we got to talk to all the characters. We got to talk to Aventrine in an amazing conversation. He's there, Boot Hill, Dr. Ratio, Topaz, all these characters. We got to have a chat with these characters afterwards about everything. But we honestly, so everything felt kind of like a little bit wrapped up in that sense. Not everything was wrapped up, but a little thing in that sense. So we got to have, like, a little bit like this, like, kind of like mini game that we were trying to find all this stuff. And I think it was just an excuse to have, like, a very, like, really in a way, Sparkle more than anybody. I said this in the episode. She got everyone working together faster than anyone else. We had a bunch of factions on everyone on the same side, uniting to stop this from happening. Galaxy Rangers, the Memory Keepers, Galaxy Rangers, IPC members, all of them working together, like, and more to stop this from happening. And it was actually, like, in a way, it's like, does Sparkle know about this stuff? Does Sparkle, like, actually want to help people sometimes? Because she also, like, later on does something as well that's also very interesting. She also warned us about this place before anybody, so I wonder if there is something to that as well. I don't know, though. Maybe I'm just, like, reading too much into that. Maybe it's just, like, I think she's very playful and she wants to play pranks on people, and just so happens that she's the type of person that sometimes her pranks accidentally help people. I think that's what happens. Yeah. So, yeah, the cutscene with Firefly happens. Incredible stuff. And I was devastated. And it feels like in that cutscene, she kind of knew in a way that there was a possibility in that moment that, like, whatever happened, there's going to be some sort of death. Whether that feels like maybe it's a rebirth, whether it's something that, like, it's like kind of the thing where, like, it's a definite end. She didn't know if this was the end or if it was going to be the thing where, like, she was going to try her best to make sure this wasn't the end. But I think it was more of a rebirth. I think in the fireworks, it was kind of like this feeling of like, yes, she died in that moment, but she finally became like her true self. I think that's what Elio probably meant. You found your true self as well. She said, the so-called impossible is that our Acheron line is merely something that is yet to happen. I love that line because Acheron totally embodies that too in every character. I think Penacony has embodied that. The idea that like, yes, like our fate is decided, but like it's only decided until we say it's decided. We decide exactly what happens. It's because she wants to make her own choices, regardless of where it ends up. It's her who shapes her own destiny. That's what she's saying. Destiny is a fact. We get there, but we decide how we get there. We're going to shape our own destiny. She even said the Stellar Hunters are like light. Sorry, the Stellar Hunters are like dark, and the Astral Express is like light. And they're two sides of the same coin because they're both like on this path growing together, both sides. And I think they're going to always like intertwine together. And I think it's actually a beautiful comparison, honestly, from her as well. I think it's actually really cool. She really just wanted to not leave any regrets. She has the right to make her own choice. And weirdly, again, in this cutscene, Sparkle helps by knocking us into like her arms, but I don't think she intended that. Maybe she did. I don't know. But even if she didn't, she unintentionally once again pranked us into having a great moment with Firefly because we actually got to like fly around with Firefly in this beautiful moment. It was such a gorgeous scene. A very tense moment because when the bomb went off, and I was kind of like, what's happening here? And then the fireworks went off. It was like this beautiful moment of like, okay, it was just kind of like a prank all along that, Firefly was trying to, do through this whole time, which again is crazy. Like Firefly's whole journey on this planet was like almost like warning people about stuff, pranking people, trying to get like, people on her side, like a few things, because it was like a very weird journey for her as well. But it was a very beautiful moment between Firefly and Stell, who like, I feel like I said before, Stell kind of was the spark that kind of let Firefly move forward with her life as well. A beautiful moment. And with the fireworks in the background and them flying together, it really felt like it was like this culmination of everything. And I love their relationship so much because they do adore each other. They have such a good time with each other and they have such time for each other. And what I mean by that, I don't know if that's an expression in like America and other places, but I have such time for you means like I literally will spend my day with you and make sure that you're okay. If you need anything, I'm there. And it felt like that moment they were like united and connected. Best friends, best friends amongst them. And like, well, you might say, well, aren't March and Don Hung their best friends? I think it's like a different thing. I think it's like, first of all, I think that's families. They're family, but I also think that they are also best friends. You can have multiple best friends, but I think this connection between Firefly and Stell culminated here from the start on that like rooftop in that moment when they were together. I know it didn't start there, but you know what I mean? If you think of how this started, it started with her like pretending she's someone else running from the Bloodhound family. We went to the rooftop. She died in front of us. Like all these incredible moments, and it led here to this moment with her journey. The journey to want to be herself culminated here in such a beautiful, fantastic way. I loved it. The idea like that all this time, like she's really just wanted to choose her own destiny, and now she has a support system of Stell, the Astral Express, maybe Sparkle, even though I don't trust Sparkle after what happened to Venturine. But Sparkle seems to love dropping hints to people as well, so I think she wants something out of this. And then like even like the support of the Stellar Hunters as well. She has this support now, Firefly, to move forward and be herself, to truly be herself. Yeah. There's more scenes after that with Acheron brought flowers for the grave of the Astral Express members, and in a really beautiful moment, she says, your wishes will always be remembered by somebody. The path won't be easy for people now, but now at least Tiernan can like live with it, die without regrets. Penacony has a path to move forward. Really beautiful moment because again, that idea of that bouquet of flowers has been a theme since the start of the game, and it's definitely a huge here once again. Really, really beautiful moment. And such like a great build-up again. Once again, a culmination of a build-up between her and Tiernan this whole time too. It's a fantastic sequence. Coming up now as well, we got to say goodbye to multiple characters, including Acheron. We toasted the characters. We talk about the idea of the ripples. Dong Hung even says at one point that like the stars will shine so bright that will allow people to follow afterwards. Which again, that feels like the Astral Express, the Trailblazers. Even you have there later on, he says like a history will no longer remain silent, and now will be a courageous pursuit. A history that is not silent means again those shining stars, those ripples. People can follow this. The birds are flying in the sky. The birds will then follow after and fly even higher. And that's kind of what the Trailblazers has always been. Don Hung said a beautiful thing here, and it was a really beautiful scene there as well to have all of them like around the graves. They even said goodbye to Gallagher too. And one beautiful line they had there was that his loyalty was real, even if he wasn't quote unquote real. His loyalty was very real, and I think it's such a beautiful sentiment because even though he wasn't like this like corporeal person that they all knew, the feelings and the memory we have of him, just like those things, was like you deserve to be remembered. The bouquet of flowers, people will remember Gallagher, regardless. Honestly, Himiko said that the journey begins and ends with Mikhail, kind of like the way that the AM and the PM of 12. No, the AMs. The day starts at 12 a.m. and ends at 12 a.m. as well. And it feels like she's relating to the idea of the Trailblazer once again. Because even Dan Heng says, like, the future of the world belongs to those who live in it now as well. Which to me is a beautiful way of saying we have to move on. Whilst, like, we want to stay here, while we'd love to have stayed in Bailabal, we would love to have stayed in Xianxiu, we'd love to stay here and hang out with people, we have to move on eventually. Because if we don't, then we're going to be, like, pretty lost and people are going to be lost. That's the Trailblazer's journey. We stay in one place for a bit and we move on. And even later on, we find out Pom Pom said that, like, we've been staying in places way longer than we usually do. But yeah, we have to move on. We can't, I said it in the episode, we can't just, like, do everything for people. We let them see the moon, they have to touch it now. That's what it is. You know, we give them a step ladder to the moon, and now they have to jump. That's what it is, and I love that sentiment. I really do, because it again embodies the center of the Astral Express once again. March thinks in a very beautiful. Again, this is one of the most, like, emotional scenes for March. It's sad, it's somber, it makes you a bit nervous, but it ends up being, like, a very, like, gorgeous and, like, sentimental scene that really means a lot to me. Where March thinks about the idea of leaving regrets behind. She wonders, like, you know, what's going to happen when we move on? Do people think about us in the same way as the older Trailblazers? Will people even see us as special? What if we aren't even special after this as well? Because again, it's one of those things where we see all these Stellar Hunters as amazing people because we knew them, but what if people around us won't even think that? Or what if we aren't even special? Himiko says something beautiful as well. Says the universe may not remember everybody, but we will. That stunned me. And I said it in the video, yes, like, not everyone's going to remember March 7th, but I will. Not everyone's going to remember Dan Heng, but I will. Not everyone's going to remember Welt, but I will. And that's kind of like, as long as somebody remembers you, your life will live on. You will always be remembered forever. Yes, your life might not have been perfect, but it will still be interpreted, and that life will help future Trailblazers move on and use that experience that you had to move forward as well. And that, again, is why Mikhail is a true Trailblazer. That's why Tyrion is a true Trailblazer. That's why they're all these characters that we're with now are true Trailblazers. They're using those memories to move on as well. And even Welt says it's never bad to reflect. And sometimes it's good to reminisce. And Dan Heng says we still have a lot of time together. You know, he's like, hey, March, we ain't died yet. Don't worry about this. And again, stopped me in my tracks as well. And also, Dan Heng didn't want to say a dad joke because he realized again that this was a very beautiful moment that they could also have together. Made sense to not kind of ruin the moment. Acheron says her hometown was destroyed and she was taken by Nihility 2. She needs to sever the chains of Nihility with Device 9, she says. And she also said to us she believes we'll meet again with her. She talked about seeing us and at the start and thought we were one of her acquaintances, but it actually turned out that she thought that it was just illusions. We kind of questioned that in the past as well. And she said there's nothing from my past that's there, it's all Nihility, so it's only traces. There's only shadows, silhouettes, and memories. And she even asked us what deja vu means, and we said it was like a longing for somebody, and she said it's kind of part of it, it's all those type of things, it's regret, it's longing, but she believes it's also something external that's happening with these kind of silhouettes and shadows. It's like a pain or warmth, but the majority of this could be that someone is coming to visit us from our past and our history. But in a very strong and inspirational and powerful way, she says, this is a proof that we exist. All these memories, these people that visit us, these warmth, this pain that we have, it's all proof that we exist. And she asks us even in this moment to keep going. She wants us to keep going towards destiny. Even if the ending sucks, the ending will feel different if we have a good journey. And again, embodying Penacony, embodying it completely in such a perfect way. The idea of the journey is what matters mostly, even though the end is predetermined. Sunday was talking with Jade at the end there as well. I don't know what that scene was fully about. But I do know Sunday still has a bitterness in his voice. She's helping him escape. There's going to be she still thinks there's a possibility he can build a true haven, but she wants him to kind of gain experience and walk amongst the land as well. This scene was also very tense too, because he was like this. He had a bitterness in his voice. I don't think he's fully recovered from his thought process of I have to find this haven. I have to do this, which probably is very dangerous still, but hopefully he'll be able to get to a different point in his life where we can actually where he can feel differently about this. There was one beautiful moment in this whole scene as well where his sister is mentioned and his voice softens. He goes, Robin, he still adores her. I don't think it's the last we've seen of Sunday. Of course it's not. I don't think it's the last we've seen of Robin either. Of course not. But still, it was a great scene, great lighting. It was just one singular image, but it was great too. And also, like, as well, there's so much stuff that happened in this. Also, as well, Black Swan was like, hey, yo, I'm gonna... you should go to this planet to get ultimate fuel. Unlock an ultimate fuel, like, was it infinite fuel glitch? This unknown planet that even Akavili didn't even know. And I forget the name of the planet, but she said that that's the next place we should go. And because we're low on fuel and we can only do 2 warp jumps, we kind of like see it as an appealing thing. So she's kind of leading us to there as well. That's all that was talked about today. I thought it was all incredible. I thought it was a roller coaster of emotions, some really great scenes. The scenes with Acheron especially felt like it was a true goodbye in that moment. Because again, while we had some really like big moments with like Firefly that were so beautiful, I feel like when we said goodbye to Acheron, it was really just like, you know, this is it. You know, this is definitely it. I know we'll be back to Penacony as well. There might be more quests there even now with like the continuance missions. But if I had to, like, I'm not going to talk about it too much because you guys know my opinion on Penacony. You know, you guys know, you can watch all the videos. So I'll just say this, right? This was such a pleasure to go through such an incredible journey with so many incredible characters that I'm never going to forget what this felt like ever. This had some of the greatest arcs I've seen in video games. This had some of the like messiest, and I mean this in a good way, messiest like characters and characters that really like needed to go on these journeys. You had like, it's incredible that like part 2, act 2 of the story had an act 5 type of feel to it, where we had Adventurine in his emotional moments, like trying to come to terms with his life and his freedom. Firefly come to terms with what her freedom means to her. Acheron trying to come to terms with who she was as well. But I really feel like in all these like different, the one essence of this was the idea of a cage and people breaking free from that cage. But everyone had like an arc. Almost everybody had an arc. Almost everyone had a journey. Even Sparkle just had like Ultimate Prankster journey. And getting to follow all those journeys, whether it was Adventurine, Firefly, Acheron, Robin, Sunday, Boot Hill. All these journeys from start to finish were incredible to watch. And I'm so grateful that we got to see all these journeys because they were all meaningful and worthwhile. They all had an impact on me that I'll never forget them, honestly. In terms of like the location stuff, beautiful stuff. Penacony's gorgeous. The music is amazing. The boss battles are incredible. All this stuff is great. And you know how I feel, so I'm not going to harp on this too much. I'm going to end it on this and say this was an incredible, magical time. And I'm glad that you guys came along with me for it because I couldn't ask for a better audience to come with me on this journey. And I'm very grateful for you to be here. And we got a lot more left. We're not done with this yet. We're definitely not done with this yet. But I had a great time. I really did. Penacony was fantastic. And I'm really excited to see what's going to come next as well. Okay, so thank you so much to my patrons at the highest tier. If you want to become a patron, you can look in the description below. Thank you so much to my YouTube members as well, who are also incredible at the same time too. And I'm going to say thank you too much and so much. They can never be too much. Thank you to Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusta, Link Smarky, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Hike Asperian, Jared Beanham, and at the highest tier on my YouTube, Roar Give a 7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. See ya.